Welcome to episode 77 of the Reptile Gumbo podcast. I almost forgot. We got so much stuff going on right now, but I almost forgot. Katie didn't have her headphones on.
No, life has thrown me curveballs all day today, so hate it for ya.
Oh, look.
Fix my shit.
All right. Anyways. Oh, so I can cool off now.
There we go.
Yeah, so we were running late. For anybody that's actually watching live, you can see behind us our new sign that's lighting up. We have a new Reptile Gumbo podcast sign provided to us by our good friends, the Howdies over at Focus Cubed.
Completely surprised.
Had no clue. I got a message while we were at the Oklahoma show that he had a surprise for me, and this was it.
That was pretty sweet.
Amazing.
They actually both texted me and panicked. Well, I think Robert was a little panicked for me because I have a surprise for James coming in the next couple of weeks. And so he thought maybe that was part of the surprise. And James immediately texted me and was like, did you get something from them? Am I getting it early? I'm like, I have no clue what they have for you, man.
Just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I texted Katie and I was like, hey, hopefully part of your surprise wasn't from Focus Cube because Steven just messaged James.
No, I had no clue.
Yes. In case anybody hasn't figured it out, our guest this week is Shawn Gray from HERPS Reptile Shows. Also,
and Charmander.
Oh, yeah, and Charmander over his shoulder there. But
yeah,
Shawn came on, which works because some of the topics we want to talk about today, I definitely want to get Shawn's take on some of it. So
cool.
There's our buddy John Grant. So there's a spot on our sign for sponsors, and they're kind of hard to see, so we're gonna fix them. But there's a little pink one right.
Yeah, you can't see it at all, James.
Up there. I know. There's a little pink one that says Grant Family Exotics.
It is.
it does.
It does.
That vinyl hated me.
Yeah, that was.
And my wife made a white one for this, and it
Should have been black.
One.
I really thought with the light coming behind it, it would show up well.
Yeah, no way.
You thought wrong.
I didn't get your email, Shawn, with the HERPS
Same thing
logo,
with
but
Margaret.
I think James
Black.
ask your
Yeah.
husband. He gave me the email address.
It's fine. We'll figure it all out. The sign is fucking awesome. Thank you to the Howdies.
It looks really good, guys.
They're in the group chat.
your tablecloth.
It looks really good.
And my new tablecloth is jacked up because I threw it on at the last second.
It's okay.
Well, it was like after the last second, technically.
That's
Yeah.
just why we were late.
Yeah.
So it's a clusterfuck. But
I was
we're
here.
here. That's true. Shawn was here.
That's okay. I ate dinner in like 4.2 seconds, and then
What?
I was.
Hey,
That's
look,
why I was
there's
late coming
James.
up
Look,
the stairs
yeah. Oh, there's
because I
James.
was.
There's
Over
James
there.
Bergoli being a creep through the window. That is.
why is he naked?
He is not naked.
Our other guest tonight is also going to be James Bergoli from Aloha Geckos,
I'm so
who
excited
has
to
just
see
broken
him.
into Shawn's house, and we can see
Yeah,
it
he
behind
just
him.
got here.
Felt like I was watching a ring camera. It was
Get Nugget.
Dogs are all saying
God.
attack.
Get him.
I wouldn't want that guy in my house either.
That's so funny. Hello, Chris Eaton.
What's up, bro?
Also, I
Why
gotta
did you
get a
emphasize
sticker
the
from Chris
beginning of
Eaton
your
to put
name?
on our sponsor thing because that's where our
I
camera
have
came from.
I have several.
office.
They're just gonna craft
I got another rolling chair just like this.
Bring down
Tell
the-
them to go
I
scrap
don't
it.
know where. I don't know which. There's like 15 that are all labeled craft stuff, and it's in one of those.
Yes.
Haley, go get one of the other rolling chairs.
Emergency alert.
Y'all just got it.
Yeah, it's blowing my phone up.
Unbound or what?
No,
No,
blue
it's like
alert.
a-
What is a
Oh,
blue
blue
alert?
alert.
Oh, cop.
Attack the cop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Oh no, that's not good.
Whew.
But I forget where I was going now with this. So let's do our sponsors real quick, since we can't really read
Absolutely.
them all up there.
So, if you are looking for a high quality PVC rack, look no further than Lone Star Reptile Racks. They offer a variety of sizes for all types of snakes, geckos, rats, and more. You can even order something custom. Shipping is available, or you can plan to pick up at a HERPS Reptile show near you. Visit lsreptileracks.com to reach out to Lone Star Reptile Racks and place your order today.
Yes,
Yep.
and get that order in because they're about to start making lots of racks.
Yep.
Because the day is finally coming. It is Friday.
Bum, bum, bum.
What's happening on Friday, Robert?
Don't you have a fancy sound box to be able to do cool stuff like
No, he
that?
doesn't need to do that.
I do.
CNC machine will be here Friday,
Nice.
What?
which is pretty exciting. But I'm having some trouble getting a forklift to. There it is. Mine finally came through.
Oh,
Wait for it. Hold on. Where is it?
It's in Corpus.
No, that's not the right one.
That's not good.
Drama is what.
That's
what
more of like what my day has been like.
Yeah, because you started off with the car that would start this
Shit.
morning,
Today
right?
was yes.
Yes.
We will talk about that. Let's
We'll
get
get to
through. Let's get
So
through our sponsors.
So, anyways, your CNC machine is coming in on Friday,
Mhm.
and you will turn it into a lean, mean cutting machine from here on out.
Probably be about a week before it's fully up and running and
Yes, and I'm not sure lean is how I'd explain
everything.
Robert, but
Or anything to do with that machine, I'm sure.
that machine is massive.
weighs 2,000 pounds.
Bull.
That's why we need a forklift.
It has to
So
have,
if you're listening and you are in
it has to
the
have 6 foot forks.
Pasadena
If you're in the
area,
Pasadena, Texas area, and have a forklift with
6 foot,
6 foot forks.
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, nobody wants to rent me one for less than 3 days, and I'm like, I'm not paying $1,000.
Literally need it for an hour.
To
Pick it
unload.
up off the truck, take it in the shop, and set it down. That's all I have to do with it.
That is the most I've heard.
Then you have to put it together and program it and all the other
No,
bullshit.
no, no.
We
He's
don't
talking
need a
about the
forklift for that.
forklift.
Oh.
He just needs a forklift
Yeah.
to take it off the truck and
It
put
comes
it in the
fully
shop.
assembled.
Oh,
all, I
nice.
have to, all I have to do is put the vacuum pump under it and wire it in, and put the dust collection system together, which I heard is a pain in the butt. But yeah,
Ashley Howdy said howdy, howdy, which I just think is hilarious.
Oh my
that
god.
is funny.
What's up, girl?
Ashley, thank you very much for this. Y'all are still all really awesome. Loving the sign. But so that's our rack sponsor.
Yes.
Next,
Our next sponsor is Wiregrass Exotics, which is Amanda and Dallas Rua.
who are also on the sign, but you
Also on
can't
the sign.
really see it.
We'll take a picture and post it later because I worked hard on those stickers.
Worked hard for the money.
So if you are in the Ozark, Alabama area or anywhere around the Ozark, Alabama area, be sure to check them out. It's an awesome pet store, and they're all about conservation through education and captive breeding. You can get some really neat stuff there, as well as a really cool feeder program that they have going on.
Oh yeah, where you could pay for all of your crickets, and then get them as you need them.
And then that's the blurb that I've got so far. It's still in the
Still-
progress.
It's only been like 3 months.
Shut up.
Send me the link.
Link for this.
Mm-hmm.
But Wiregrass Exotics loves me, so it's okay.
They like you. You're
Nope,
okay.
they love me because they're fixing to get a cool package with lots of neat shit in it.
They're cool.
Yes,
I'm melting.
They're awesome.
they're the reason that we have this really cool soundboard that allows me to hit buttons that do this.
I really wish that people that listen to this podcast could see our faces right now.
Oh, I love it.
James Lewis.
Well, you can just blame Wiregrass Exotics for that.
Well, he's sending me the info for that one too because I got to get one of
Yes,
those.
I sent him a link for this, for the soundboard, so he can.
Why do you need a soundboard?
When I start doing my YouTube stuff.
Oh,
So he
Which
can
is-
be fancy as
I
hell.
mean, not that
Actually-
everybody shouldn't have a soundboard, but
So I'm not doing a podcast, but I will be doing a YouTube channel. Well, I have a YouTube channel, but I'm actually going to be like pushing it pretty hard to do interviews with vendors. And I officially handed over my Instagram account to Max Hicks yesterday. He has like 3 terabytes of footage and pictures from HERPS shows. So I told him go crazy.
That's a lot of trust to put in Max Hicks.
Max is well, it's Max. So I mean,
I know. That's why I'm worried.
He'll do a good job.
It's all right. He's gonna get eaten by a bear soon, anyway.
no,
so
he's not.
Yeah, like
I
next
told him he
week,
wasn't
yeah.
allowed to be eaten by a bear.
you can tell him all you want, but no one told Yogi.
Oh gosh. All right, James, you're up for our other sponsor.
Well, our other sponsors right there in front of me.
Well, then give them the spill. Let's go.
I don't have it pulled up though, but he can tell me HERPS Reptile shows.
Slacker.
If you're anywhere from Colorado to Louisiana and now Oklahoma, because I've been to Oklahoma for the first time ever last weekend, come to a HERPS Reptile show. If you're
On
not
purpose.
there, I did for Oklahoma. That may be the last time I go to
Focus,
Oklahoma.
James.
Anyways, if you're not in those areas, fly in, come to Conroe. Come hang out at Conroe or come hang out at Slidell or any other show. The next show is Corpus Christi, Texas, which is in 2 weekends.
2 weeks. Yep.
And
What is special about that weekend, James?
I don't know.
Shoot your face. I'm gonna hit you with my shoe.
Wow.
It should be 12 years of marriage to this beautiful
Oh
woman
my
right next to
god!
you.
I knew that, you dumbass.
I knew it.
He knew it was the face.
Look,
It's fine.
I've
I'll
only
keep
ever
his
forgotten
presents.
our anniversary once, and it was the exact same day that Katie forgot our
We
anniversary.
both forgot our anniversary that day. It wasn't until I was signing my contract for the school that year, and I asked the director what the date was. She's like, "It's August 15th," and I busted out laughing. And she was like, "Why is this date funny?" I'm like, "Because it's my wedding anniversary, and we both forgot."
Yep, I'm allowed. We both forgot.
Mine's in October.
That's all you got.
It was on a Sunday.
October-ish.
Yeah.
So we got Corpus Christi in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I know Bryan College
Bryan.
2 weeks after that.
Oh, the next
Nope.
one.
The next
Next
week.
Oh,
weekend.
the next week.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's right. And then Shawn
Couple-
stepping on grapes the weekend after that.
Yeah.
I need to tell
You are too.
Lori.
You
Step
are
on
too,
grapes.
James.
I'll watch
Yeah,
y'all
yeah.
do it. I'm not doing it.
No, you
Oh,
Well,
are.
it depends
I'm
on
gonna
what
be an
time,
expert
though.
grape stepper.
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna finally find
Like
something
what?
I'm good at.
You're gonna look like
Already
Lucy.
bought the tickets. Already bought
We
the
have
tickets.
school. Like we're
Yeah,
not
it's
even going to be able to get there until probably 6 o'clock.
It doesn't start till 6:30.
Seven. It says
perfect.
7 to 9 or some crap like
Yeah.
that.
It's a nighttime
Yay.
thing.
I can mark it off. We could be like Lucy and Ethel.
Yes, that's my life goal. To be like Lucy.
Yes.
I'm all for it if I can work in a
You'll
chocolate
have to
factory.
ask Lori if she is she Lucy or is she Ethel? I feel like I would
Lucy.
be the Ethel.
Lori,
in
are
this
you
situation.
Lucy or Ethel?
I feel like I'm Ethel in this situation.
Loud. I could be the one of y'all.
Definitely Ethel.
I feel like I'm
She's not
Ethel.
listening.
So Wiregrass Suds, Dallas and Menace at their anniversaries on August 14th. I think I knew that. We said something about that before. But it was right around our
about our
anniversary. The day before ours.
because we honeymooned in Daytona for the Daytona show.
Yes. Before I ever knew about HERPS. Well, before they ever existed. Before ever HERPS Reptile shows ever existed.
Yep.
So, and then we already gave out a shout out to the Grants. Whatever. Just go check out the Grants if you're for some reason in Oklahoma.
Good Lord. If I see this fucking cobra in Grand Prairie today again, Jesus Christ.
You want to explain that?
Say I don't know what you're talking about.
So
but I
apparently
haven't been on
somebody was
Facebook.
keeping a cobra.
For
was
those of you
keeping
that
a
cannot
forest,
see,
a forest cobra.
I don't even know what that is, Sean.
That's a cobra.
Cobra, but I didn't know if there was like a specific type. Like there's not just a
King?
generic cobra, is there?
No, that's actually a forest cobra.
Yeah. So
But it's that's a taxidermy specimen. I had to bring that on.
and he's missing one of his cobras.
Jesus,
Doesn't know if
Mary,
it got out of his
just-
house or not. And apparently he was keeping them poorly and was keeping them in a room that's not escape proof. You know, all the venomous guys today are saying, make your room escape proof, and then your enclosures escape proof, and then buy your venomous snakes.
But
So
how? But I just want a venomous snake. I can put it in 10 glass tank. I'll put some encyclopedias on top of it.
Oh my gosh.
well,
Oh, you can't.
Yeah,
I'll
Grant's right. That's what made Shawn Nine Finger Shawn.
The forest
forest
cobra
cobra.
or the
Forest
one that's
cobra.
loose?
Forest
yes,
cobra.
the one that's loose.
That's
That,
the one that's loose.
You know what I mean? You know
that-
what I mean?
that species.
that exact cobra.
But his
Right.
wasn't out, and he was not being irresponsible.
No,
It was an
no.
accident.
No, it was an accident.
These 14
Yeah.
people that are watching us are about to see you get a shoe upside your head.
Who is pounding on the floor?
That was me.
I'm not moving
Shaking the whole
my
table.
legs
Good job.
because I know how much you bitch.
When you move your legs? No, I like that.
Bitches about everything.
Yeah, yes, Tracy. I saw that because I knew whenever this came out today that Andy was. People were probably gonna be tagging Andy like crazy.
Well, it was like
Yeah.
Andy says like 3 blocks from his house though.
Really?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
Well, fuck. Every other loose snake ends up in Andy's shit. So
Yeah, no shit, right?
We're about to lose all snakes altogether across the country.
you see what they're doing in North Carolina.
Something about
Yeah.
I
it was
saw
a
the email,
blanket,
but I
a
haven't
blanket
slowed
ban, but I didn't read
down.
it.
It's only in that city
It's Raleigh.
in Raleigh, but there's some
Raleigh.
state legislatures that are trying to make that statewide. Like literally everything. They're trying to get rid of.
Ban all reptiles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I got a
The,
U.S.
the blanket
email
ban is on
today.
all venomous though.
Yeah.
Right now. Yeah.
And I'm saying until they expand it. What?
Update. I got an email today from US ARC, and the update says the first draft of the Raleigh ban has been shared. This is a blanket ban on all exotic or wild animals with a very
Oh,
broad,
wow.
vague definition.
Yep.
Essentially, this would allow enforcement on almost any animal except fish, and even fish are not specifically excluded, and recognize domestic animals. This ban is not limited to the animal examples listed in the draft.
So that way they can just go ahead
The
and take
It's open-ended.
definition
They
clearly
can-
states,
They can add
including
whatever the hell they
what
want to.
but not
Yeah.
limited to.
You're about to see them outlaw leopard geckos.
And fines of up to $500 per animal.
Per day, probably.
All because of one motherfucker.
This could be enforced upon small constrictor snakes, ball pythons, etc. Almost all common reptile, amphibian,
But
parrots,
James,
glides,
here's
and
the problem. It's not because of one motherfucker.
No.
It's because of one stupid ass and all of his followers that think it's funny that he free handles and does this shit. It's not
That's
just
true.
because of one person.
That's
It's
true.
because our community is stupid enough to follow and give likes and shares and all that bullshit and give them my brain's dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Give them the exposure that they don't really need. Those guys are idiots.
Now, with that being said, the North Carolina animal ban.
All right, you got to pick a distance from the microphone,
Okay, I'm sorry.
so I don't have to keep changing the volume.
My bad. I'm making you work
Katie,
tonight.
just punch him, please.
He's fixing to get a shoe upside his head.
Okay.
Because I love my people that listen, so I'm not going to walk out on them. Okay, so the North Carolina animal bans, which is at the state level, it says this effort is happening after an irresponsible venomous snake keeper allowed a spitting cobra to escape.
And then didn't tell anybody.
And didn't tell
Yeah.
anybody.
Figured,
At least
it's
this-
wintertime, it'll die. And it didn't.
Yeah.
At least whoever this was told the authorities and evidently had a controlled exotic permit, but it's not legal to keep venomous in the city of Grand Prairie. So
Right.
Great.
it defeats the whole fucking purpose.
Now, in Wake County, North Carolina, they may be proposing a ban. So that's something else that's now on their radar.
It's coming. I'm telling you, I would not put it past some of the animal rights folks just start releasing shit.
And then North Carolina also has the traveling animal
Just
act ban.
Peter's gonna just start releasing cobras across the country and go, look what's happening.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another state that was doing a traveling?
They shot that down. That was Oregon, I think.
Okay, well, North Carolina is now trying to get that as well.
Oregon had a traveling exotics, like so you couldn't do presentations and all, but I think
So
I think
US ARC has
US
their
ARC beat
hands
that
full
one.
right now.
They really do.
So on that note, go donate.
yes.
Go donate to USR.
Absolutely.
Go
There's
donate.
also
And
a-
blacklist all those fucking YouTube channels for free handlers. Be done with it.
Yes.
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 Stupid. Don't give them fucking time of day.
Yeah. I was gonna say something and I completely forgot what it was. Talk amongst
Oh,
yourselves.
I've
What?
got to change our address with US ARC.
Oh, I gotta update yours. I gotta
My shirt's going to be mailed to Louisiana.
when we get paid, I gotta renew my subscription to US Art.
Is yours up?
Yeah, it
I
just
can
ran up.
fix that.
Yep, I need to do that.
We can do that.
So also our giveaway this month, and well, no, it is this month because it is now August. There's our giveaway for July and August is brought to you by Grant Family Exotics, and they're giving away a pair of hemostats, feeding tongs, a cage hook, and a field hook. All four of those from our buddy Nine Finger Shawn over at Best Exotics. All you got to do is post a picture of yourself and your favorite reptile on Facebook or Instagram, and put hashtag the Reptile Gumbo podcast. So if you are listening to this right now, take your phone, find a picture of you and your reptile, post it to one of those, and put hashtag the Reptile Gumbo podcast, and then you're entered. That's all you got to do. And then you can get feeding tongs, hemostats, cage hook, and a field hook. And you can never have enough hooks because I like hooks. I like.
You can never have too many hooks.
I forgot my hook when I went to camp.
Yeah, see, you can never have too many
I
hooks.
had to use a tennis racket.
That does not work as a hook.
It worked for me because I use a tennis racket to pin their head down, and then I pick them up by the butt, and it's all good.
By the butt?
Yep.
By
'Cause
the
snakes
butt?
have butts.
You grab them right on the butt,
Right on the butt.
Which cheek?
right in the middle.
Oh, you can tell it's been a long day.
Mhm.
So before we get into our question for this week, I do want to let Robert talk about a podcast he enjoyed this past week because it kind of led to this question.
Yeah.
And so I figured we talk about that first.
Chris Eaton's Snakes and the Fat Man. This last episode that he put out was with Ozzy from Ozzy Boyd's, and it was focused on the business side of, I mean, we say the hobby, but for a lot of us, this is a business.
Mhm.
And it was probably one of the best podcasts I've ever listened to. Listening to Ozzy talk about, I would have liked to have heard 3 more hours of it, to be honest with you, to hear him get in depth about some of the nuance of how to make your money work for you and how to turn the money you make from snakes into other revenue streams. And, that just got me to thinking about how many people, because, I see it, 20 something weekends a year now with Shawn and Lori and everybody at the shows. There's a lot of people making money at these shows. And I've always wondered what some of them do and how they further their projects. And we actually spoke to a few people this weekend, and there's a lot of them, they're just happy to break even. They're happy to come to a show and break even. That's all they care about. They're not doing it to make a living like some of us. They just do it because they enjoy it. And
That's me.
Yeah. I never realized that, because for me, from day one, do what?
We were happy. That's how we started. We were happy if we broke even.
Right.
We just we enjoyed the breeding side of it and the genetics and the animals themselves and stuff like that. So if we broke even at the end of the year, we were like, hey, we got to go out and hang out with a bunch of people and play with some cool animals and create some cool animals. And
that was breaking even while you were still having an actual job, right?
Yeah, we were still working. Yeah.
So I guess for me, because from
are you saying this? Are you saying I don't have a job, James?
No, you know what I'm saying. I'm saying
he has a job.
You had a job
now, probably.
You had a job that was paying for your rent and all your bills, and then breeding was a hobby that made money.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we were always looking to get bigger and larger, and then we got too large. We got too big.
Well, then Robert entered from day one as a business,
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm doing.
Well, it's not a hobby to make racks,
right?
Like it's not that. So it's a
well,
business.
no, but Robert was coming to the shows before they decided to start vending. Like he saw the gap in the market there. So there's nothing wrong with that either.
Yeah. Also, if you like that episode of that podcast, I looked it up. It's episode 62 of Reptile Talk with our buddy Rob Christian. He also interviews Ozzy and talks about business. That's a really good one too. But in there, that interview, if you're someone who's literally trying to do this as a business, not I want to make some money. That's not what I'm talking about. But if this is your living, definitely listen to Ozzy. He's not talking about just go breed and have fun,
right?
Which comes along with it. But he is definitely talking about you need a plan from day one to day two, and you need to follow that plan.
There's money to be made. There's a lot of money to be made,
but you got to do it a certain way,
right?
And that's just not the path for me. So that's why I don't do it. But if you're going to do it, you've got to put in. I mean, Shawn has seen a lot of people come into the hobby as a business, and I'm sure Shawn has seen a lot of people fall out of the hobby because they didn't treat it as a business.
Yeah.
So
all the time,
they treated it as a business without the care for the animals where it should be. Because they did it as a business, not as that they care for the animals. You have to have both. You have to love the animals. You have to care about the animals. And if you're going to make it a full-time business, you also have to treat it as a business.
There's some well-known breeders that I'm not going to say any names, but there's some very well-known breeders that all of us know that will tell you flat out they're selling the skin of that animal.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter that it lives and breathes and eats and shits and pisses. They're selling the skin of that animal, and that's money to them.
Right.
And you would be absolutely stunned if you knew who those people were, but it happens way more often than you think. So, and that's just how they are. It's not that they don't mistreat the animals, but they're also not dressing them up in baby clothes and shit, and parading them around. So, there's a happy medium in there.
But I'm not against that either. I am against, like what you said, there are the folks that get into it purely you can get into it and not be a snake person, but as long as you're doing the right things by the snake, you're good.
Yeah.
But it's the ones that get into it and they don't see them as a living animal, just a dollar sign. And they've just got to they see it as I've got to make my money off this animal, and I don't really care about its health. On that, your business is gonna fall apart at that point.
Yeah, those people don't last. Those people don't last. People don't last. That doesn't mean that they're not in the hobby right now at this current moment.
Oh yeah.
No,
there was always someone new.
But they won't last. They get burned out. Yeah, and they get taught a lesson really quickly that shit's not tolerated. Well, at least by some people.
Right.
We talked about before. There's a lot of folks that get into it and then wonder why they can't sell their animal for the same price as the person across the aisle from them, and they don't understand that you're not them. Your shit's not like theirs.
It happens going show to show. There's people that are well established in one certain area and are fantastic breeders and they love their animals, and they come to a different show, a different state, and they're not going to sell shit because nobody knows who they are. And it's happened quite a few people, and they look at me and I'm like, It's just because, and they understand it. They're like, it's just because nobody knows you. There's a lot of people that come in expecting to see certain vendors at shows, and they see new faces, but they're comfortable with buying from who they've been purchasing for, from before. Even if that person has an animal that they really want, they'll wait. It's a tough nut to crack when you get into a new market where there's already established breeders and vendors. So we see it,
and I've heard from a lot of shows lately. You'll go around, people like, well, I didn't do well today, and the ones that I've noticed doing well lately are the ones with something different.
We can touch on that subject too, because not a lot of people are doing really well right now.
Yeah.
The first 4 months of the year, everybody was like, oh my God, this is insane. And we're sitting back going, the bubble's going to burst. We're telling people,
yep,
hang on to your money. Like, it's great. I'm glad everybody's doing fantastic, but put that money up, because there's going to come a time when that's not going to be, that money's not going to be thrown at you like that. There were people, I talked to Cody this weekend, Bearded Balls, and he had some friends of his that were breeders that were like, the first 3 months of the year, they're like, I'm quitting my job. I'm selling I'm like going to do this full time. And he's like, no, y'all need to hold on a little bit, like wait and see what happens. And you're always going to have shows where some people do really well, and some people, even at the highest point, there's some people that just don't do well. A good variety is key, like you say, but there are certain people that really know particular animals. Well, so you can't tell them to go grab a bunch of other, wholesale shit and stick it on the table. Either,
Well, I was talking to the Howdies yesterday when I went and picked up the sign, and we talked about, this is also that time of year where sales go down because it's summer. So a lot of that money gets spent on family vacations and families doing.
Well, that's the first summer that everybody's been able to go on vacation for a while. So we took a vacation. We needed it, but that's the thing is, and there's no extra stimulus. There's no unemployment. There's people that just aren't working right now, and so people are being more particular about what they spend their money on. So it's just part of it. But the summers are always a little slower as far as spending, especially right before it's time to go back to school.
Yeah. So, which is where we're at now.
Yeah, and last weekend, like in Oklahoma, was tax-free weekend, which we didn't know, but in Oklahoma was tax-free weekend, so I'm sure that affected a few of the vendors. But then I had a vendor come up and say it's the best show they've ever done. So he sold 24 snakes. So
that was Cody.
Yeah, it was Cody, and then Joe Briggs said he did amazing, and it was just one of those weird shows,
Yeah,
people were there. Oh God, people were there. It was busy.
You know what else was there? Flies.
Oh my God,
I've never seen so many flies.
I've raised on a farm, and I've never seen that many flies in one place.
Me either.
That's because all the horse stalls were full of animals.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Like this last weekend, myself and what's the other guy who has Rex? They live right there.
Recoil. Yeah, Alan Denise. Yeah.
Freaking love them, by the way. I got to know Alan a little better this weekend. Yeah.
They're good.
We both did decent. There was enough business there for both of us. That's his market too, obviously, because those are his people there. But what was great for me was the pre-order. I had that huge pre-order from that one guy, but that guy came to John Grant and Callie's shop today and bought the racks that he took home from the show from me.
Oh yeah. Cool. Well, I think Todd and him only sold one cage the whole weekend.
Yeah, so that's it. One cage and one T-shirt.
Yeah, that's hard, So
it's definitely we didn't sell one sign, not one. Which is crazy. That and John Grant said that those people there, they don't spend money on frivolous things. They come buy the animals, they buy what they need, and that's it. And I noticed that. I don't know how Tracy did on shirts this weekend.
She said they did okay, actually.
The ones that came to buy what they wanted. I saw one person walk up to JT's table and buy a moon glow boa.
Yeah.
While also holding, I think, a jungle sun glow boa that they had just bought from someone. That was not a cheap. Those were not two cheap purchases.
No.
So that person came knowing what they wanted and got what they wanted. And so there were
I definitely talked to some people who bought or who sold some high end animals.
Yes.
So it was the money was there, but they were very picky on what they were spending it on.
Yeah.
So
the best purchase made all weekend that was not at the show. It was at the cleanest, nicest Harbor Freight I've ever been to in my entire life.
Yeah.
I I've heard about this Harbor Freight.
Things are gonna- like,
First of all, no. This is my turn to talk for a minute. Let me just say that my husband is mildly obsessed with this store.
every guy is.
No,
Every guy.
not to the extent that you are.
Every guy.
No.
It's an amazing store.
Harbor Freight
He
is
will
junk.
go out of his way to find a reason to go to Harbor Freight.
So that
And
he
if
can
you're in a
replace
new
whatever he
town-
buys in a week.
Yeah.
And
I
if
still have
we're-
drills that I've had for years from Harbor
That's
Freight.
because his
that's 'cause
mother
you don't
gives
use
him
them
stuff.
as-
You
like
don't
we
use
do.
them.
You don't use them.
They work great for what I need.
I'll buy
Oh my
hand
God.
tools there, but nothing with an electrical motor on it.
No,
Well, yeah, but you're looking
So-
at buying something that you're going to use every day, multiple
Right.
for. I'm talking about if you're using something
it's a
around the
tool
house.
store.
Yeah,
Now, James did get his toolbox,
yeah.
chest, rolling.
My
whatever
rolling.
it's
I
called.
do have
What's
bug
it
presses
called?
on toolbox, and
Is it
they're
a
pretty good
toolbox?
quality.
So if you are a crafter and you use a rotary cutter, you need to go get
Oh, yeah, the rotary blades are way
the
cheaper
rotary
there.
blades from Harbor Freight
Hey,
because they're carpet cutter blades
Darren had a good question.
and they're great.
This is how have you ever taken a loss at a show, and how often does that happen?
One time, Oklahoma City, the first time.
Yeah.
The only thing that saved me was what I won in the casino that weekend.
We've
That was a
we,
year ago, though.
when we were vending, we've gone at any RBC, one of the biggest shows. This was before HERPS. 0 animals,
I
0,
think
and I had
every-
400 leopard geckos on the table.
Good.
Every
Yeah.
vendor has taken a
So-
loss at some point. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
it happens. It happens. You have to take it as a year-long thing. You don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
Well, and I think
Yep.
animal sales are different than rack sales. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's much easier to take a loss in animal sales than rack sales because someone has come looking for that animal, and you have to have that animal. Racks are kind of more universal for people,
Yeah.
and so you're going to sell more of them.
Yeah.
You know, I've taken a loss when I come to a show with just higher end boas, and
Mhm.
people don't want to pay $700 for a snake,
Right.
right? And I know that, but I'm going to sell one of those things at some point that will make up for that loss and the next show.
Yep.
Exactly, and
That's
then
me.
that, you also get what happens more time than not is those people that don't purchase those animals at that show a week or two later will contact you and say, "Hey, I should have gotten that animal." So
Yep.
it's all
They're
you look at it
paying
as a
for it.
whole. And we have a lot of vendors, and it's controversial. I really don't give a shit that will do a show once and not have a good show and never come back.
Yep.
Really good vendors that we really like, and then when the show
Yeah.
grows and it gets to be big, and then we have a waiting list, they want to know why they can't get tables. Well, that's
I
fucking
know who
wild.
you're talking
I know-
about.
I know you're talking But
Well, you have, no, it's not. It's not just one person.
I was
It's
it's
Yeah,
not,
not-
it's not
yeah.
just them, because I was talking to someone else this weekend, and I asked them why they didn't do a certain show, and they said, "Well, it has a history of not doing good." We'd only done one.
Right.
We'd done one.
Well, Tracy said she only had one really bad show, and the same show, the next one we did was amazing. My first Slidell was not good,
but it's
but the
your,
last two have sold out. So,
Yeah.
amazing for you.
you know,
Yeah, it's just
I did not expect Lafayette to be a good show for me.
That's a
and I
weird one.
sold out at that show.
it's hard for
Christ.
people to ask me, "Is it a good show?" But my job is to bring people through the door. Your job is to sit there and sell your shit.
That's right.
Yes.
That's as much as I can do. I try to bring in buyers. There's no magic button. I just try to bring in as many people as I can that are interested in what we're doing. And if they're looking for what you have, they're going to buy it. That's
Right.
the only thing I can do, you know?
I mean, and
and
look, not everybody's lucky enough to have a wife who makes awesome bread and sells out all the time.
For goalie.
I mean, I'm just saying.
did you bring
Well-
us any fucking bread? Motherfucker.
What a no,
Get out.
kick him out of the house. Kick him out. How do you come,
Excuses.
how do you come to someone's house and not bring any bread?
Can't not. Oh.
Look, John Grant just said it. Sell your shit. Don't sit there on the phone all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
All the time. I
Or-
walk by.
Or there's the folks that you never see at their table
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, someone will be like, "Have you seen so and so?" I'm like, "Where are they?" I've walked around the whole show, and then you realize you walked past their table 5 times. They just weren't there.
Right. Yeah. But
I'm
That's
always
gonna be our
there
first-
once,
my-
so
my
I'm never
actual-
over there.
My first YouTube post that I make is actually going to be on vendor etiquette. I'm actually going to do
Nice.
some interviews with vendor and give some tips and hints because I was on the table on the other side table for a long time. So, yeah. Well, and Lori said it was usually her behind the table because I was out in front handing people geckos and shit.
Yep.
So
I will say that, Logan, my son, did. He vended, his
Yeah.
first show this weekend. And Shawn came over Saturday morning and sat with him and looked at me and said, "Is it okay if I give him some advice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And he gave Logan some great advice. And, Logan sold 4 snakes. Sunday, he just wasn't with it on Sunday. He didn't.
Yeah.
He's so used to being able to go run around and do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
and talk
he
to
is.
everybody and hang out.
Yeah.
And I would not let him Sunday. I was like, no, if this is what you're going to want to do in the future, you need to see what it's like now.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
days you just stand here.
Especially
and
because if
sit
he has all those snakes on the table, you can't just walk away from them.
Right.
You'll have no snakes when you get back to that table.
Right.
Yeah.
So Chris Duncan just brought up a really good point. When
That Tracy's
Shawn
never at our table?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about that comment in a minute. Hit the comment about when Shawn gets behind the table, he sells the shit out of your stuff. I have been like
because
stretching
Shawn
my
yells at
legs from
people.
the front, and Shawn will be behind a table like taking money and passing over animals.
He
and I'm
yells at
like,
people and tells
"Holy
them to buy it or
crap."
else.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It's so
Shawn
funny.
threatens people. I've seen it.
Tracy
No.
is not the only one that leaves her table.
Chris, Chris
And
doesn't do
besides,
shit anyway.
You work that table, so she is allowed. She's allowed to go.
But talking about vendor etiquette, I mean, we've talked about before having you on. That's one thing that a lot of folks. It's not just vendors. It's people in general. People in general
People don't have etiquette.
Well, it's not that they don't know how to act in public situations.
And maybe that's not the right word to use, the etiquette, but it's more or less like what I've learned. It may not be right 100% for everyone, but some of the tips and tricks and things that I've learned to help, sell your animals. I mean, it's not trying to push people into that sale, but you have to be present and attentive and talk to people and interact with people and be friendly, and you have to show that you actually give a shit. That goes to turning down sales too. I've done that plenty of times.
Well, like I was talking to Logan, some of the simple things you do: one, stand up, and two, say hi.
Yep.
Those are two big things, easy things to do, because a lot of times folks will just walk by. If you don't say hi, they'll walk right past your table.
The first time I sat down with Logan, no kidding, a lady was standing there, and she told him flat out she wasn't buying anything. And I was like, I was waiting for Logan to say something. He goes, "Well, what do you want to know?" And just looked up right at her like, "No, Logan, hang on."
Right. Well,
Slow
it's
down,
funny.
buddy.
When he's with Russell, he flows with the customer. But by himself this weekend, he was just like really stiff and like.
It could have also
nervous.
been. It could have also had to do with number one. He could have been nervous.
He was very
But
nervous.
Oh yeah.
It was him.
Yeah.
Normally it's Russell, and he's there just for fun.
Well, he
Right.
sees
And
Russell do
so-
something, and then he can mirror Russell
Right.
doing that thing.
Yes.
There was
Right.
there was none of that this weekend.
There
It
was
was
no mirror.
it was me and Robert sitting on
I
the other side
sat
of
with,
him.
I sat with him for at least 30 minutes or so, and I talked to a few customers for him, and then he kind of fed off of that a little bit, I think. But
Right.
but he's 11, dude.
Right.
Like seriously.
Absolutely.
It's not-
Exactly.
100%.
he's not a professional. So, but he was doing better than a few of the people that I saw there. So at least he was there. He was at his table
There
and,
you go.
Okay.
and talking to customers, and
Going
if they
back
had
to kind of-
questions, he was super excited to talk about the animals. So
Well, going back to our normal theme of this, it's a thing. You got to treat it like a business. If you're going to act like it's a business, then treat it like it's a business. And you can't just assume people are going to buy stuff because you have stuff.
Right.
Well, and that was actually one of the things you said a minute ago was stand up if you're from behind your table. So your chairs that you bought specifically for
the taller
shows
chairs.
are taller. So even when you're sitting, you're more eye level with them. But when I started working the front with Lori, that was one of the hardest things for me to do was to sit at the register. And I still, if we're busy, like if it's Conroe or if it's Slidell, I stand at the register, and that's what I do, because it's just weird for me to sit while working with a customer.
Yeah, John Grant said he learned how to work customers when he was 12. He shadowed his dad nonstop for months in his pet shop, which is exactly what
Logan does at shows with Russell. Mhm.
exactly what we're trying to get
Absolutely.
with Logan, because he says, no, he's 11, but he loves the reptiles, and if I can set him up where he can just do this for the rest of his life and never have to work for anybody.
So that actually ties into what Darren Watson wants to know. If, even though Logan is young, are you hoping that one day he will continue the business
absolutely.
of making the racks?
Honestly, the reason we started this was mainly because of him. He wanted a snake, and then his mom wanted a snake too. And then, so I bought a hognose in El Paso and drove home with it and surprised them. And then next thing you know, we have 120 or so. And and we're doing it, full time.
Is that really how many you have? Holy shit.
Yeah.
I did not realize
think-
you had that
those are
many.
rookie numbers.
Yeah, I think
Gosh.
Those are numbers.
so.
We're going to be a few reptiles down in a couple weeks when school starts.
Yeah.
I got my Govee in, which is the electronic thermometer,
Yes, smaller, yeah.
and I've got to go set it up in the classroom so I can measure temperatures over the weekend. And
Are
once I
you
have
actually
that-
gonna give out the animals for kids to take home during
Oh,
breaks,
hell
like spring
no.
break and things like that? my cousin does that, but
These are my babies.
certain students.
Yeah.
But like I've given her box turtles for class pets, and then like for spring break or Christmas break.
No,
one
my
for-
babies come home with me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Although I'm 10 minutes from the school, and if I can get in to the school, then I'm cool with them staying up there, and I'll just ride up there and take care of them.
Say hi to Corey Martin.
Hi, Corey.
Hey, it's Corey.
Hey, it's Corey. I wore Corey's shirt yesterday.
You did.
You said that like I was not supposed to wear Corey's shirt
Oh, I
yesterday.
don't know. I don't have a Corey shirt yet. I gotta get one.
You should get one. Hey, I know someone who has them.
I know.
Yeah.
Corey Martin.
I know.
Mhm.
Good Corey Martin.
I gotta get one.
I wonder what her
But
next
I
show
don't.
is.
I don't know when I'll see her at a show again.
Probably at least Conroe at a
She'll
minimum.
be at college.
Brian.
Is she at Bryan College Station?
She'll be at Brian.
Cool.
She was there last time.
Cool.
She may actually have snakes to sell this time.
I
I
will
doubt
not
it.
be-
I talked to Heidi and Jack yesterday, or Lori and I did Heidi, not Jack, because Jack was at work. But we talked to Heidi, and they literally have barely anything. So that's another issue right now is inventory.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's people that are upset also because they're not selling stuff. I'm like, because you don't have stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's another one. Just because you have a snake doesn't mean you have the snake that people want.
Jim from Split Rock showed up at Slidell with 4 snakes, maybe
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, with just the blackheads.
No.
Do you have a couple of the?
No,
They were a pod had ultramils and ultramil had pods, and that was it. He had like
I think he ended up getting. He got some project animals from Tim Bailey too. I think so.
Yeah.
While he was there,
I just want one of the blackheads from him. That's all I want.
Yeah, Corey has some.
And Corey.
got some blackheads.
Anyway, so let's go to
I
our
still love
question.
Corey.
Our question for the week was: if you breed and sell animals, what do you do with the profits? Do you reinvest them back into reptile projects?
Profits.
Something outside. Well, we'll get into that word in a second. Outside of it, do you buy something outside of reptiles, like for another hobby? Do you use that money for bills?
No, it goes
And then
right
also
back
said,
in
are
the
you
hole.
looking towards making breeding a full-time business? So we said profits, but we meant the money you make off of.
Yeah.
What do you use the money you make from selling reptiles?
We always reinvested in new animals, new
Right.
projects.
Do you want to go through the comments and then I'll talk?
Yes, I'll go through
Okay.
these because a lot of them were very similar to what we do. Tess Segmeyer, Tess said reinvest as needed, but generally use the income as play money to support other hobbies. I don't have much overhead and rarely need to bring in a new animal for projects since I'm producing all my own holdbacks. Rodent expenses are minimal since I breed my own and my collection stays small, so I rarely need to purchase new racks or thermostats. It's definitely a self-sustaining business and has been for a while, but I'd never give up my real job to do this full time. I still consider it more of a hobby and try not to take it too seriously so it stays fun, which is kind of in the path that I'm in. I'm not sure I'd want to breed snakes for a living as much as I think it'd be really cool. There's a lot of stress that I just know I can't handle if I had to do that. But I definitely, anything I make goes back into like buying rats and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Lindsay Noble said reinvest mainly in more caging. Hey, if you need a rack, Lindsay, I know where you can buy one. And a few animals right now. New rodent barn will be going in soon, but in a few years I'll be trying to go full time. Yeah, more power to you. I will never raise rats, ever, never, ever, never.
Like
Nope,
one of
did
the
that
few
with my
things
uncle,
that
and that
I'm
was horrible.
genuinely afraid of.
He had that 3,500 square foot
Mm-hmm.
building. Shit was horrible.
I'm not doing it. I'd much rather just get my box of frozen rats on my doorstep and spend money there. Christian Barr said I spend way more than I make. Most of us. Most of the money goes into bigger caging for animals that are growing up. I don't ever plan on making my reptile hobby into anything more than a hobby.
It's okay.
Lori Martell Patterson said, I'm sorry. What is this profits you are speaking of? That's what I think most of us are. Paul Fiorito. That's a fun name. All proceeds go right back into the business, short of dinners and some fun at shows. Probably be another 2 or 3 years before actual profit.
That sounds
Chris-
all right.
Chris Sexton said, I reinvested all at this point. Always some key part of the infrastructure or husbandry that needs updated or be replaced. I don't see this as a full-time job, but I am efforting toward the room being 100% self-sufficient and maybe help pay off some debt. I enjoy my time with the animals, but I also like my day job, so this is a hobby for me. Which goes back to you talking to folks and them saying that if they break even cover rodent costs for the year or whatever, be able to buy another snake or two or another animal or two or whatever. Corey, it was one of the ones that laughed at the word profits. But Corey doesn't have profits because she goes around and buys blackheads and white lips and
you be nice to my friend.
Everything else. So.
But you saw what she said later, that she's actually, was it on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Said I'm far from being profitable, but I currently reinvest income from my business to cover ongoing expenses and fund upgrades, as well as set aside money in capital reserve so I have options for bigger moves in the future. Her goal is to go full time in 2023.
So Darren asked if I think I grew faster than you planned because you build your own racks. Well, that's funny because I have to laugh because my room is full of leftover stuff that I didn't sell at shows because I never have. If I build something, I'm like, I just want to sell it.
Yeah, your wife hates you for that.
Yeah. She's always like, well, that one's coming upstairs. And she's actually.
She told me she had a list for you.
She always has a list for me. Yes.
She doesn't have but she never seems to hand it to me.
All wives have lists for their husband.
Yes. I like to say I got lucky with this because the opportunity and the preparation met at the same time. And that's what luck is. I was at a point where I was ready to try and do a show. We were at Conroe. I pulled Shawn off to the side and told him I wanted to do a show. And he was like, the timing couldn't be better. Yep. I need someone to do racks next weekend at Longview. And he said, you sign up. He said, in fact, we went inside and he told Lori, put me on the list.
I remember you messaged me from the Longview show and you sold everything.
Yeah, I sold everything on Saturday. I took a pickup truck full. I didn't even have a trailer. We had the bed of the truck full, the back seat of the truck. It was just Rachel and I. And I made like $5 or $5 grand that weekend. And I was like, holy shit.
That was a great weekend.
Yes.
That was the weekend I got a crested gecko.
Yeah. And I was like, man, this.
Well, let's rewind that. That was the weekend.
I remember that one too, Katie. That was funny.
And Joe got a crested gecko. And
Joe got a crested gecko.
As I said, she would get bored
and
of it.
He whined like a little bitch about it.
100% talked him into it.
James threw a fit like the titty suck he is.
Who's the one that has to remind folks to take care of the gecko?
Who takes care of you?
That's
me. I am able to take care of me.
Although Robert's podcast wife a tortoise table on that list as well, because I think my tortoise that we have here, the little one,
tortoise.
Well, I think that's going to be the one thing that can handle going into the classroom because they turn the air off on the weekends.
The bearded dragon would be fine.
Tortoise would be cool.
A tortoise table would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, tortoise tables.
Yeah, Shawn needs like 4 of them.
I know somebody else
4 of them.
Yep,
need 4 of them.
So speaking of that, we rolled out a new little enclosure today that was I know John Grant's been waiting for me to talk about it.
I saw the picture online and it looks
super excited.
So cool.
So
looks so much better than the one that John Grant made.
Well,
I haven't seen
that's the difference.
Considering he did it like with a handsaw.
It's also the difference between leaving it in the sun and not leaving it in the sun.
Oh no!
He had me a few months ago make these fronts for 10-gallon tanks. You know, a lot of people make them and sell them and use them. You turn the tank on its end and make an arboreal tank. But John came up with the idea to use them as part of an enclosure. I'm not going to go into the specifics because it's kind of proprietary.
But you can see the pictures of it on your Facebook.
On my personal Facebook page now. I'll share them to the business page when I get another prototype build with some of the bugs worked out.
And
that
some good pictures taken.
And some good pictures taken. Yeah, these are my cell phone in the shop. So it's perfect. It's...
There's Shawn showing a picture of it on camera on a...
James could share a photo on the screen.
You know what, that's work.
Yeah, he could, but he's stupid.
But they're going to be nice because the price point's going to be right. We'll be able to ship them. We think they're going to fit in a USPS flat rate box. We'll be able to fit the whole thing in there, broken down. It has a spot built in for heat, for 3-inch heat tape. And they're escape proof. There's not an opening anywhere on them for a snake to escape at all. So I took the one home that I built today, and Logan put one of his.
There's a picture of it.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't make that better?
Can you give me a goddamn second?
Well, it could. Watch your mouth.
Hit him with the shoe, Katie. God, please hit him with the shoe.
But if you're looking on the screen, you can see
Yeah.
the first one
It's
that
nice.
was pumped out today.
So a
I
couple of
forget that
changes.
everybody else only sees that screen. They don't see the whole.
Yeah, they get the
They only.
whole thing.
Yeah.
A couple of the changes that we're going to make. The lock's going to move up so that I can do away with that tab. Because what you guys, I haven't told any of you guys, is in order to make that tab work, I had to take the lock part that turns and take my Dremel and like shave
Shave
it
away.
down so it would fit.
No.
And we're also going to put black acrylic hinges on it just so it
That'll
looks
look
cleaner
good.
because the acrylic, this contact cement that we use, the acrylic cement, it tends to bubble a little bit when you put a lot underneath the hinge like that. So we're going to use black hinges just to make it look a little cleaner.
Hey, take that off the screen for a second.
Hold on.
Come on, James. Jesus Christ.
You know what?
Get your shit together, man.
I'm trying to figure it out here.
Come here. Look.
Oh,
Look, it's a Lori.
Come here.
Why is
Oh,
she in a blanket?
stop.
She's like,
I have
I'm,
my pajamas on.
Yes, blanket.
I'm in my pajamas.
I'm super
how did
jealous.
how did
that you're in
Bergoli turn
pajamas.
into Lori?
We've all seen you in your pajamas, Lori. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but not everybody on there has problems.
He's actually been over there working, yelling at me.
It's fine. It's
I
not
don't
like it's going out across the internet.
I wasn't working.
You weren't working? Oh, you were looking for it. Yeah.
Actually, wasn't working.
She actually took a break from working.
Nice.
Where are you going?
We
It's
started.
running away.
So, hey, while she's here,
Why do I
while
have to
she's
say-
here,
This
James
does
Lewis,
not count as her being on the podcast.
No.
I would like to say.
while she's here,
Lori.
come here,
Why are you
woman.
pulling me?
Come here. Come
What?
in here. Come a little closer.
You can see part.
You're fine. While she's here, you
I don't
need
even
to
have my hair
go ahead
brush.
and make the announcement that she's going to be on an episode, just Lori. I'm going to turn
Yes.
it your way.
Yes,
We're
we're
going
having
to
a
have-
Lori only episode.
Yes.
No, we're not.
Then I'm not coming to crush grapes with you.
Yes, you are. All right, well then I'll find somebody that wants your spot.
Damn, she runs a hard bargain.
I know, right?
No.
It's smart.
That's why
No,
she's
she's
boss
the-
lady.
Yeah.
I know.
She's
She wa- she
gonna
wanted-
Okay,
do
I'll
an
do one. Yep.
see. You got it.
I will.
We have it. We have 16 people
But
currently.
I'll have to
watching
brush my
this.
hair and get out of my pajamas.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh no, you'll have to like get
We
dressed
can
for
have
the
a
day.
pajama party
Yeah,
that
I would
night.
stop.
I'll wear my pajamas.
I've been dressed
and you can
twice
wear
today.
yours.
It's horrible.
You said at one point you wanted to do a herps bitches episode.
Yes.
I'm all for upsetting people with that name.
Okay,
that'll-
cool. Let's do
That'll
it.
upset the entire internet.
So the Reptile Gumbo podcast is gonna host a herps bitches
It
podcast.
Turn to the poop podcast.
is much better than the poop podcast.
Well, I don't know. The poop podcast
We had some
would have been great.
plans.
For the poop podcast.
Yes.
It would have been so good.
So if
I
anybody
still
is
think we
listening,
can do it, Katie.
these are the things that get discussed after
Hi,
a full
Tracy.
day of a show and people drinking.
I was
And by people
sober
drinking, I
for
mean
that whole
Lori.
conversation. Thank you.
No,
Oh,
but she said she would do it. So y'all get
Yes.
together and figure it out. Callie said
Yeah.
she wants to join. Tracy could probably join.
Oh yeah, I have plenty of bitches.
Do it.
I have lots of bitches.
all
Lori does.
see,
We're-
anybody
it's
listening,
like a-
it's not the
it's
guy
like
calling
a
them
cult.
bitches. It's the
Do you
woman.
hear
No.
me? It
I know
is.
better.
It's a term of endearment. My bitches.
I
I
know
love my
better.
bitches.
If you are one of Lori's bitches, you're good to go. Like you are taken care of.
All them bitches.
Katie's one of my top bitches. She knows.
Ashley Howdy is down.
Ashley
to
said
be a
she's
Herps
down for her
bitches.
That's
bitches.
right.
Oh yeah. Come on.
So many bitches. Anyways,
So many bitches. It's gonna be the best
her.
egod ever.
See, it'd be
It
awesome.
probably
Oh my
will.
God.
it probably will be.
Yeah. It probably will
Probably-
be.
probably will be.
Mhm. Yeah, because
We're all
Yeah.
gonna give James shit. It's
Yep.
gonna be great.
well, we kind of do that anyway, though, don't we?
Yeah, everybody does that
we
anyway,
sort of
so.
do that, yeah.
He kind of
No.
deserves
I-
it.
You know what? I can mute every single one of y'all.
Favorite.
Fuck this one. Mute, mute,
Or not.
mute.
That
No one
wouldn't
can
be
hear
any
anybody but
fun.
me right now. It's just me. So in case
Well,
you're
then
wondering,
maybe
there's tons of
maybe
people around.
Katie and Rachel should
Robert's
produce that
Y'all can hear
one.
Katie laughing in the background because she's loud as fuck. Let me unmute everybody. There we go.
He
everybody.
had you muted.
James and Robert can be in the background, and Katie and Rachel can actually produce that one with the Herps
Yeah.
bitches.
Yeah.
Katie
because
does
they
not know
are
how
gay.
any of this shit works.
Shit.
She knows. She knows it all. She's really
she looks
smart.
at the bright lights and goes, "Ooh, pretty."
Very smart. She's got it. She can do it.
Y'all are giving too much.
Okay, can I go now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love you.
Love y'all.
Bye, Lori.
Bye,
Be
Lord.
gone.
Bye.
So going back.
Okay.
Yep. Back to bed.
Oh shit. James pushed the wrong button.
Did you get out?
No, I didn't.
They pushed the wrong button.
Don't know.
Well, that was weird.
What the hell?
Now we're back with
That was
Shawn.
just
We like
weird.
totally disappeared for a second.
We were
Yeah.
still recording on the soundboard. Just
Totally.
Because he was pushing buttons and shit.
that's what it was.
Uh-huh.
So going back to some of the answers to our question, Brandon Millichamp from the Canadian Herpculture Podcast says, if I make anything, it goes back into feeders, substrate, enrichment, enclosures, and maple syrup. Yeah, he didn't say that part, but he's Canadian, so I know he's buying maple syrup. No plans to make breeding full time for me. Not something I want as my end goal because they're too busy riding moose and drinking maple syrup.
No.
That's Canada.
Pretty sure that's
not
racist.
how that works.
That's how Canada works.
Racist.
Not at all.
Racist.
Xenophobic.
They're not a race. They're barely people.
James.
Oh wow.
I watch South Park.
No.
I know all about Canadians.
Oh my
They've
god.
got flappy
Please
heads.
Move on with yourself.
They've got flappy heads.
Unacceptable.
Oh my god.
All
You
5
are
Canadians that are listening to this are gone.
I'm gonna kick his ass for you.
Victor says he uses the money mainly to feed his collections and have
Please
enough to
hit him with
upgrade
the
his
shoe,
equipment.
Katie.
What? Oh.
It's coming.
God, I wanna
We're
see
not
that
even
so
an hour
bad.
in yet, and my foot.
Norman says he's not riding a moose. Well, then Norman, you're doing it wrong. All Canadians own a moose. How do you not know that?
Oh gosh, James.
Oh, anyways,
I don't know who Hey Y'all is. I can't get it to pull up on.
Hey
Facebook
Y'all.
either.
that's how that went.
Yeah, it's showing Facebook user on my end.
Yeah, I can't get it to pull up.
Sometimes it's Kelly.
I don't know that
I don't know who it is.
that's going to come back in 2035 in the new cancel culture of that time, and I'll lose my job. Someone's going to he made fun of Canadians.
Yep.
That
It's-
asshole.
There's been worse out there. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Kim Ortiz
Oh, it's Gina.
said self-sustaining hobby, reinvest to get more.
Oh, is that Gina?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that's Gina.
Yeah, well, it says
What?
Gina.
Everyone else.
And Max said
Max,
cancel culture.
yeah, we can't see any of that. It says
So
Facebook
it's
user on
Max
my end.
and Gina.
Max is going to get eaten by a bear.
No,
it doesn't
he is
matter.
not. It's unacceptable and not allowed.
You can say it's unacceptable. He's getting eaten by a bear.
No.
Ashley Howdy said a few years of no profits, not even breaking even. Once they made profits, they reinvest all into quality animals, enclosures, marketing, and now things are rolling in savings, house, hobbies. That must be nice.
Boats.
And hoes.
Yeah.
What?
I don't-
Bows and
James
hoes.
a lot of fucking roll.
Well-
Oh.
What is that from?
Boats and that's from. You wouldn't know. It's from Step Brothers.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that movie.
Because
Yeah.
you, for some reason,
I don't like.
You don't like Step Brothers?
she doesn't
I
like
don't
Will
like
Ferrell.
Ferrell.
James
Neither does
hit
Rachel.
her with
Rachel doesn't
the
like
shoe.
Will. Rachel says she doesn't like Will Ferrell, but we made her watch
do love
Talladega
Elf.
Nights.
And she liked Talladega Nights.
She hates Elf. Is the problem? Rachel hates Elf.
Oh, I
That's
love
the reason she hates it.
Elf.
But Rachel watched Talladega Nights and likes it.
Talladega Nights is fucking hilarious. I don't care who you are.
You said you don't like Will
I
Ferrell.
don't.
But so is Step Brothers.
No.
Step Brothers is
Step
hilarious.
Brothers was dumb for me.
Prison.
I'm
What
coming at you
bullshit?
like
Did we just become best friends?
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Oh, geez.
Okay.
Oh,
Please let's
Long
not
day,
get into
Weird.
quoting music. Movies.
Long day.
oh.
So,
go ahead.
What else do you got, James? Because you're just,
So, we'll talk about our profits, and we kind of talked about it. But any money I make,
There's a hard, fast rule in our house. Any money he makes has to pay for whatever he has.
it's not a hard fast rule.
Yes, it is.
If it was a hard fast rule, then I'd own nothing because I don't make enough to pay for it.
Frankenboa needs to be popping out some babies soon.
Yeah, that boy did have surgery. She has to have some babies.
He has to pay me back for that surgery.
You ain't getting paid back. But I appreciate the surgery for my snake. Thank you. She appreciates it for not dying.
It's like a $900 surgery.
It wasn't cheap. It wasn't, in case anybody's wondering how much it costs to get a growth cut off the front of your snake's face, it's about $1,000.
Yeah.
And a
If you
full
go to
day.
LSD.
And if it's during a pandemic, it's a full day of sitting in your car because you can't go inside.
It
of any
actually
building.
costs more because of that.
Yeah.
Because every procedure done
Was an emergency.
considered an emergency. So we had to pay the extra fee for it to be considered an emergency surgery.
I got some lidocaine in a pocket knife. We could have done that here.
I mean,
Could have been at it. Just cut it right off. Just a cheese grater. We could have got it down to nothing.
no, James.
Yeah.
No, too far.
But yeah, that's my goal. I've done pretty good in the past few years of producing enough stuff to be able to actually buy more animals. So most of the animals I've bought in recent time have been bought with money made from animals,
Right.
Yes.
used in a certain account that I'm apparently not going to be able to use anymore because you can't use it to buy animals. So I'm going to have to
So-
rethink that.
For me, here's how it works.
Yeah, we need new PayPal.
John and Callie bring snakes to a show. My wife walks over to the table and says, I want those. And then John comes over to me and we figure out how we're going to do it in trade.
John sold you something at almost every show.
Yeah.
Amarillo,
It's never me.
Amarillo, you got
He's
to.
very clear. He's just sold me
That's true. That's true.
anything.
Because Amarillo, y'all picked up a hognose. I remember that. I think Slidell. You got out of Slidell without. Nope. You got stuff. Never mind.
No.
Never mind. You got stuff from Slidell.
Yeah.
So the last 3 shows for sure, you have brought home stuff that John brought to the show. So it's JT's fault that you have all this stuff.
You know, it's all in trade. So,
But
I'm
you
okay
did
with
just
it.
get 3 really awesome snakes.
yeah, those doom rolls are freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, you got a 1.2.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
There's that
They're
one
nice.
smaller female doom rolls is amazing.
So James, I'm gonna tell him myself here. He came over to help us get the doom roll set up the other night, just because we're not very experienced with boas and like he is, and I was having a hard time.
Yeah, sorry. I read the screen and it says my name is Max, short for Maximilius Homosexualis.
At least he didn't capitalize the second word.
That is true. That is.
Oh
Shit.
We
we had
came
to get the
over.
Blue Beauty out last night to move him.
Yeah.
Because we actually put him in the venom-proof cage that I got from Joe, and which is great, man. He's like coiled up on top of the ledge and stuff, and he just doesn't like me. I don't know what it is.
Because
And that's a lot of fucking snake.
well, the problem is a couple of things. So Robert and Rachel cheated and jumped straight to big ass adult snakes, and so y'all never went from.
They just sort of fell in our lap.
I know, but y'all never went from that baby growing up to big
Yes.
and got used to dealing with a 6 or 7 foot, 8 foot snake.
I think that's actually the only reason that I'm as comfortable around large boas as I am, because you had Izzy that we watched grow,
Yeah.
and I was around the rainbow boas.
Well, with that Blue Beauty, he's super calm once you get him out of his enclosure for everybody but me.
Well, and the problem is that's
It's like
species.
I uncovered him out of his hide and he's like, oh, hi, I'm going to fuck you up. And I'm like, well, he's big enough to do it.
and the
So,
problem is that is a species that bluffs, and
yeah,
if you back down on the first bluff, the snake goes, "Oh fuck, this worked.
yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing it." And so they're one of those where you like the beauty snakes. You just have to just grab them. They're a lot like bull snakes. You just have to fucking grab them and do what you
Yeah.
got to do. And it can definitely at 7.5 foot be
Because that's like a
uneasy.
good.
I've
mean-
watched what he does to a rat,
He's big.
and it's
Yeah.
insane how quick that snake can put all 7.5 feet of himself around a freaking rat. It's
So,
crazy.
hey, can I ask a question? Paul Byfield. I never
Yeah.
buy at shows. Please explain.
I prefer to buy. Well, I say that now that Morph Market exists, it's kind of 50-50 because some of the stuff I want doesn't tend to be at a lot of shows.
I was going to say
Yeah.
you
And
are
so-
very specific on what you
So
want.
I can explain for Paul. Paul's one of my customers and friend. Paul's very, very, very selective on who he buys from. He does
Gotcha.
buy from VPI. He's picked up at the show from VPI.
Gotcha.
He just met Alan Kidd, who doesn't really do shows, and he got something from Alan Kidd. It's a joke. So Paul always comes into the show and tells me I'm not buying anything today, and then he comes back with 3 more snakes, and he's like,
Gotcha.
I need that rack every time.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, there is that's kind of where I was going. Is I never buy at shows, and part of that is because James is a diva, so he nothing ever is right perfect enough for him at the show.
So,
Yeah.
deep.
So like, is that because of? That's where I was going with that. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. Is it because of? Is it just because some people are too selective, or is it because that the variety is just not there, or are we missing a niche in the market with the animals? Because you don't see anybody with old world colubrids anymore lately and stuff like that, which I would love to see at shows, but we're kind of stuck with what we have. We go with who we have. So,
Well, I know a few people that are working on building up some old world colubrid collections that are
Mhm.
vendors. We're getting a few things, and
Well, I'm
I know
working,
some other people that are buying a lot of things.
and I'm working on getting a varied collection of sand boas.
I mean, I know somebody that just drove to Colorado and bought a collection, and then bought another collection on the way home. So
Well, this guy right here is working on Felsuma, like insane fucking projects and shit. Where's his head at? There he is, right there. That guy.
That would be, everybody not
that's a
watching,
lot of fucking heads.
that would be Bergoli's big ass head that he's pointing.
Yeah,
at.
you produced Walt Williams eye so far already
Yeah.
this year, and that's electric blue day geckos.
Yeah, he
So lots
produces
of cool
those
day
geckos
geckos.
that get lost. That's what Bergoli produces.
You know what those geckos would do well in?
They're awesome.
Our new little enclosure
That
that
is true.
nothing
Yeah.
can get out of.
Darling.
Yeah,
They are awesome.
but no, but that's something that was a niche in the market, and he picked up on. So that's cool, and I'm excited. He's got sending me pictures every day of some new shit he's getting. I'm like, God damn it! So really cool stuff. But I mean, there's something you don't see at the shows. You see wild caught grandis and things like that here and there, but to have someone that's actually working on that project, I think is a benefit. So that's why James is here. Plus, he's going with me to look at properties tomorrow. So
do you want to go in on that, or you just want to like leave it
No,
there?
we're gonna leave it at that.
Well, no,
Well,
no.
up to
Sean,
you.
let's talk about it.
no, I don't care. It's up to you. You guys.
I want to talk about it.
That's because you know.
No, we're talking about business,
I want to talk about it.
nosy.
and that's business, and that's like, I mean, that's like scary business.
It's not scary.
It is scary.
It's scary for.
And
I mean,
that's-
it's not us.
And
but-
that's why you work for someone else.
and that's why we're
That's
teachers.
It does kind of tie into what you were saying though about what you do with your profit. How are you expanding? What are you trying to do? And for most of you who don't know what we're talking about, we're working on, not promising or guaranteeing, but we are working on opening up a retail pet location, an exotic pet shop in the Bryan College Station area. So that was what I wanted to do before HERPS actually. I had a business plan, was looking at properties, going through the whole 9 yards, vending shows, and that's what I wanted to do. But it just didn't fit with our normal work schedule that we still had for our full-time jobs and our travel schedule for vending shows. It just didn't work. So now I've got the opportunity to try to do something differently. I've got all of these vendors that I consider my family that I want to support them more. So I'm going to be buying directly from my vendors. I'm buying supplies from my vendors, cages and racks, animals, everything, feeders from my vendors. What did you just say, woman?
No double dipping.
She's
You
back
fixing to
there.
Get the shoe
Yeah.
thrown at your head.
So and she said we will not be setting up at our own shows. We won't vend at our own shows. It just doesn't. That's double dipping. But I've asked James to be the manager because I'm obviously
James
not.
Bergoli.
Yes, not James Lewis, because fuck that guy. So I need to. I can't be there all the time. That's obvious, with the shows and everything. And that was what kept us from doing it earlier. But I trust James. I've known him for a long time, and so yeah, that's why James is here. We're going to actually be looking at properties with Lori tomorrow. We looked at a few today, just on the outside, and moving pretty quickly actually. So as long as everything falls into place and we can find the right location and build it out the right way and do something, it's going to be a destination experience. And I got a lot of inspiration from what John and Callie did with their new shop, because it's something I wanted to go back into anyway. So seeing how wonderful they've done there and seeing their shop and how proud they are of it, that's what I wanted to do. So that's where we're headed with it. So,
And
but,
I mean, you basically run a traveling pet shop right now with a different kind of overhead. Your overhead isn't animals, but you still have a bunch of overhead in advertising and locations and all the stuff that comes along with that. So this will be interesting to see it'll be kind of like a mini HERPS show, because it's all going to be stuff from different HERPS vendors.
Less alcohol, I'm sure.
So I don't know. Bergoli will be drunk every day. So
We're gonna get a margarita.
listen, Bergoli will have a margarita machine in there.
no, that's probably going to be next door at Lori's wine bar she keeps talking about. So.
Yeah. You just need a whole shopping
That's what you do.
center.
See,
Yeah.
It could be
Buy a
called
whole
drinking with
strip.
bitches.
She said their idea is you come in and buy a snake, you get a free glass of wine or some
There
shit
you
like
go.
that. I'm like, oh my god.
Hey, I have a couple of
Drunk
margaritas.
people
My
and snakes
customer
make
service.
perfect sense to me.
Just-
My customer
do
service is out the window if I have a couple margaritas. I'm okay.
So hold on. Look,
do
I
you-
already got somebody that's a Facebook user. I'm assuming that's Max.
That's
Dibs on
Max.
doing the media content.
Yeah.
I haven't even fucking opened the store, Max. Jesus
Don't worry.
fucking Christ. Come
Max,
I already
you're
gave you my fucking Instagram. Oh, by the way, Max is controlling my Instagram now. So.
Max is getting eaten by a bear. That doesn't matter.
I'll probably be working on a video a day too
Yeah.
when I'm there. So
You just open up a themed bar next door with animals and all that stuff that goes along with the pet shop.
No. Alcohol and animals don't mix. Sorry.
fucking snake bites.
Yeah.
I didn't say let people hold the animals.
What's wrong with you? I don't fucking care. I'm drunk.
It'll be like Andy's hotel, or like your hotel room after NARBC when Andy bought those like king rats or something.
Oh, fucking shit, dude. So Andy opened, he bought these big adult pair of king rats. We're sitting at the fucking table at NARBC. We're drunker than shit. And he opens the lid and one comes flying out. And he catches it like this and it's trying to eat his fucking face. And then it tries to bite Charlie Paskett's mom in the face. And then we go up to the room and he puts them in my room so we can go back down to the bar to hang out with everybody after the auction at NARBC. We came back up and both those fuckers were loose in our bedroom. Oh my God, those asshole fucking snakes. We got bit so many fucking times. One was behind the curtain, one was in the bathroom floor. Lori's screaming and hollering, running down the hallway. It was fucking crazy. So yeah, we were trashed. But no, that's what we've been working on. So we're it's something that I've been talking about for a while, and I asked James if he would be willing to manage it and basically kind of once we get it all built and going, we would obviously spend time there when we can, but basically turn the keys over to him, hiring, firing, all the ordering and everything like that's going to go through our vendors.
Does that mean the Bergolis are moving out of Conroe?
Could be.
You know what you can open next door?
Something's in the works.
Yep.
A place that serves wine and bread.
Norman, I was definitely in the right room. Y'all are fucking with Lori about New Orleans. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing. I didn't say shit.
I was having anxiety for you over that situation.
That was terrifying. It was
Darren
scary.
says, when you guys do, this is a good question. When you do multiple day shows, where do you house the animals at night? Well, okay, so there's a couple parts to that. So multiple day show setup is usually on Friday. Show is Saturday, Sunday. If you get there early, you can get your animals set up at the venue on Friday, and then they can stay there all the way until you leave on Sunday. And Shawn makes sure that all our venues are very secure, so you can feel comfortable leaving your animals there. There's no problem.
And the temperatures and everything.
Yeah, temperature. We set the temperatures the right way and make sure that nobody gets in before I'm there, and everyone's out before I leave. And I make sure everything's locked up and secure, and that's been working so far.
Yeah, and if you get there late, you do the sneak them into the hotel room on Friday night and then sneak them out on Saturday morning.
Or you leave them in the car and leave it running all night, right, John Grant? And go
John
out and
Grant.
check it every hour.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea because I knew some guys that did that and lost
That was painful.
tens of thousands of not their dollars, and then they had to feed all the dead animals to the alligators, the alligator park that we were at that was having the reptile show.
Ouch.
They left them in their car
Fucking
overnight.
okay.
The heater, the thermostat broke on their
Oh.
SUV, and
It was running, so they were like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's running, so it's fine."
they were feeding like half-grown red I'm not tortoises. What am I not thinking of? Red-footed tortoises. They were feeding $5,000 ball pythons, just chunking them out to the alligators because they were all dead.
It was
That's
the
horrible.
one
Although,
of the most painful.
With that
things
said,
I've
I sold a shit ton of boas that weekend because they didn't have anything to sell.
Damn.
Get James.
Silver lining.
What the fuck?
ever
Katie,
Just saying.
now would be a good time to hit him with the shoe. Thank you.
Yeah, see, JT sits in the car with them.
Oh, well, there you go.
These
There you
same guys also were picking up a trip. So this show was in Alabama, and outside of Mobile.
go. This was like before we were married, so we're talking like at least 13 years ago.
These same guys sent someone to Atlanta to pick up a new trailer that had a built-in air conditioner that would have fixed this problem.
Oh yeah.
On the way back, pulling that with their diesel truck, the person pulling it pulled in and filled it up with gasoline.
Mm.
So on top of all the animals they lost, they then had to fix their truck that was now full of gasoline
Fuck.
instead of
I
diesel.
don't know much about that, but I know that's bad.
It don't work.
It don't work.
Ask Andy about the time that they put gasoline in his diesel truck. He'll tell you.
Oh,
I'm gonna try not to ask Andy
It
anything
gets
about
real
vehicles.
loud.
Nothing about vehicles, huh?
Nothing
Yeah,
about vehicles or trailers. We're gonna leave that
Yeah.
alone.
Speaking of trailers, Shawn Trimback got a new trailer.
Shawn,
I
yeah,
saw
that was
that.
awesome.
Look
Oh,
good.
we still gotta get 9 Finger Shawn on here at some
We
point.
need to
Uh,
give him some whiskey. Be
What
fun.
we need to do is get him at the hotel after a show on a Saturday, after he's had a few drinks.
Not
And-
Corp. It probably would have to be Brian because Corpus he goes fishing with Wesley. So
Well,
he'll come by the beach and stop out and say hi for a little bit. But
we
he's-
could get him for 2 hours after Conroe, but by the time we get him at Conroe, it'll be half a cooler down.
Yeah.
Bryan College might be your best bet because there's going to be a baby shower at Shawn
Yep.
and Lori's house.
Are you saying Trimback's not gonna enjoy the baby shower?
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
he'll-
saying
He'll
I
show
won't-
up with
be
his
out
little
here.
cooler.
I won't
You can
record
follow
the
him.
video.
He's gonna be out probably herping and shit when he gets
Yeah.
here.
That's
Honestly,
true.
We got an Airbnb for Corpus because hotels are crazy expensive in the
Fucking
summer.
cannot wait.
We got an Airbnb on Lake Corpus Christi for
I am fishing.
all of us. That's got a 100-foot lighted pier.
nice.
And it was $100 a group less than than a hotel
Oh, yeah.
in Kingsville. was
That's
gonna
why.
be.
That's why we get the Airbnb and we stay in the beach club. It's
So
it's
if
cheap.
any point that weekend you're wondering where I am, I'm at the Airbnb fishing.
Saturday night you'll be at the beach party.
I love you guys.
If you better, I swear to God, I'm gonna drop kick all fucking 3 of y'all if y'all don't come to the beach party for at
I'm
least
going
a
to the
half
beach.
hour.
You
Joe
go to the
and I
beach.
might
We
not
will.
even be at the show on Saturday. We might be at
Okay.
the beach on Saturday.
I'm going to catch
That's awesome.
catfish.
Yeah.
You can
'Cause
catch
I'm not
catfish
working.
from the
I'm not-
beach,
I'm not
I
working.
don't
the
want
corporate
hardhead
show.
catfish. Fuck those things. They're slimy and they'll stab you.
dude. Y'all are coming to the beach party.
And there's sand, and sand gets in a certain
Skip
place.
that
welcome
on
to the
dinner.
beach.
Y'all don't even come to dinner anymore. Hang out with us
Too
anymore
many
after the
people.
show.
I can't.
You don't have a
I'll
fucking option in Bryan, but you have to
Kick-ass
come out to the
Katie
beach
is
party.
gonna, like,
I'll end up
murder
making a
someone
pearl
for
in
me.
my ass if I go to the beach. That shit,
Come
sand
to
gets
the
everywhere.
beach party. All
James
the vendors'
doesn't like
kids will be
sand.
hanging out and playing in the sand and sand castles and in the beach running around. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
I mean,
And,
we already
and I
knew
know
that.
exactly where I can tell you can go fish at the pier right down from us.
Yeah, but I don't have a fish.
Hey.
license.
Stop. Go get one. Fucking academy.
I'm technically not a Texas resident.
You can get an out-of-state permit, dummy.
That costs more. Anyways,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
so looking at some of the things that were posted, let's go over some of the things that were posted this week. This one I actually heard on the radio, which is why I posted it. First painted terrapins hatch at the Houston Zoo.
That's
Yep.
cool.
Saw that.
Little tiny painted terrapins.
I like terrapins.
I like diamondback terrapins.
I do like diamondback
They're
terrapins.
Good luck with those in Texas. Mhm.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna own any turtle that has to be in water because
No, that's too much work.
that's smells bad.
If anybody is on here for
Right.
Texas Parks and Wildlife, that's fucking retarded.
What?
Oh, take it. There's a law with diamondback terrapins in Texas.
Yeah, I can't have northern
Yeah.
diamondback terrapins.
Oh.
That aren't
You
native.
can't own any diamondback terrapins, non-native or not. Same thing with eastern box turtles. It's fucking retarded.
Oh.
That is dumb.
There are a lot of dumb laws. That
And
get
that's my
passed.
favorite fucking turtle. I can't fucking
Yes.
own any.
Yeah.
I do love those. Oh,
Yep.
here's a quick animal fact that get posted to our Facebook group. The vast majority of frogs aren't forklift certified.
I saw that too.
Just in case anybody's wondering. Little animal fact there.
Just yeah.
Travis Wyman posted a cool thing about spiders, like how to properly dispose, where to put them if you find spiders in your house, the best place to put them,
Not just throwing them out the back door.
not just chunking them out the
Because that's
door.
what I do. I just chunk them out the back door.
Cobra, we're done.
I mean, I guess it's better.
Somebody said talk about the cobra.
We already talked
We
about
already
it.
talked
So
about the
let's
cobra.
not.
Sorry.
moving
Seems like
on.
the Indians.
Well, something I was going to say on that earlier too is James saw a post in another group, but in one of the reptile groups, somebody posted, "Has anyone ever found an escaped exotic animal?" And all these people are commenting, "Yeah, I found this ball python. I found a tegu in the park. I did this. I did that." And I'm like, "You motherfuckers are aggregating all this shit for the animal rights
I was gonna
activists.
say that-
Take
Yeah.
this damn post down."
No joke.
They just came in here and made
We
this
are
post.
our-
And got you all to
That's
tell
the
them.
same. That's the same thing as like the little memes that'll pop up, and it's like, take your mother's last name and your father's.
Oh, yeah, all the things for your
birthday to
password.
figure
Yeah.
out this.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
like,
Yeah,
come
we're-
on.
we are
folks.
we as hobbyists are our own worst enemy when it comes to that shit. Like just who
People
I can't even say who that is that says talk about the cobra. Why? Why
We
talk about
already
the
mentioned
cobra?
it. We're good. We're going.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
This is one I made Katie look up because we heard about it on the radio. MIT
Hmm.
scientists translated spider webs into music.
Yeah.
I did see that. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I saw that.
interesting.
And so what it is they're actually able, like they've gotten it far enough to where they can actually communicate with the spider. Like it has to do with the way that the webs are built. And so now they're trying to figure out, okay, so can we create our own music that then the spiders will hear in their webs? And like they're trying to talk to spiders.
Which is
guys.
way better than the study where they gave them drugs and saw what kind of fucked up shit they made afterwards.
Right? I love that.
Yeah.
They gave
I remember
LSD.
that.
LSD, and they just made this fucked up web, and then
Yes.
Yeah.
or like I think it was when they gave them marijuana, they just like sat there.
I did an experiment with a
That's what I did.
tarantula one time.
Yeah, you tortured a tarantula.
I did not torture that tarantula. That tarantula was put under general anesthesia. Thank you very
and
much.
then shaved.
For the betterment of science.
It was a high school science.
It was
project.
8th grade. It wasn't even
Wasn't even
high
high
school.
school.
Speaking of, how's your pink toe doing?
Pink Show, she's doing good. Filbert.
Start making a web yet?
Either
A little
Shawn
bit.
froze or he's very confused by my.
He's
Have
very
I never
confused.
told you about my science project?
No, but that's fucking cool.
The
Oh,
correct.
So that
pink
she
spider
trained
busted a cap in the weed spider.
so I. Oh my god. I built. My dad and I built a 2 foot by 2 foot maze, and I trained the tarantula to go to the end of the maze to get crickets. That was the only time that I would feed him. So he learned very quickly to go all the way through the maze to get the crickets at the end. Then we took, and it was just a red knee tarantula. Is that what it is?
That's a type of
That's-
tarantula. I
okay,
don't know
that's
what you
what
got.
That's what it was.
What
It was red knee. That was 8th grade. Do you know how long ago? That was a long time ago for
He
me.
might hop out of my hands. He's a little excited.
Oh, look at it.
It's Grant the Wallaby.
Oh,
Lady.
he's like, what's happening? He was
Sweetness.
asleep. He
Oh,
just
he's
got
getting
a
big.
Yeah, he's getting big
little
because he went to the
potato.
fucking Grants for 10 days.
He got like double the size.
No,
I mean,
he's
I'm sure
getting.
he grew normal size. Y'all just didn't see him for 10 days.
Like, oh, we'll feed it everything.
Yeah,
His orange is
That's
coming
so
out.
fun. He's like,
he's
"Ooh,
doing really good.
hold on."
Yeah, for anybody that's
Love it.
just listening can't actually see this.
Cat.
It's a baby
Shawn
wallaby.
is holding it's kind of a baby wallaby. It's a
He's still
healthy
baby.
juvenile wallaby.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Somebody took a picture of a
You
dead praying mantis with no head, and it says somebody got lucky last night.
So anyway, she trained her tarantula. She took it.
I took it to the vet, and the vet put it under general anesthesia.
He's like,
And
oh.
then we shaved the front 4 legs. Well, the vet did. I just videoed the whole thing. And I proved that they need their hairs on their legs to be able to find their way around. Because once I put him back in the maze after his surgery, he literally just started running into everything and then backed into the corner.
So they're
Luckily,
using the hairs on their front.
on their
legs
front
to-
4 legs to find their
to-
way around.
That's cool.
And luckily, crickets are really stupid. So I took all the hides out of his enclosure, and then he was the only shadow spot.
Maybe he wasn't using. Maybe he was just embarrassed at that point. He backed into a corner because
No.
he had shaved legs. It's
No,
embarrassed.
they grew back and he was fine. He went to go live with a 4th grade teacher as a class pet after that.
Cool.
I never shaved the tarantula. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was in the 8th grade. I have a VHS tape with the whole thing on it somewhere.
VHS.
I milked a cat.
You can
once.
find a VCR somewhere.
Did you
Did
fucking
you
wait? Did
melt?
you really milk a cat?
No, dude, it's
He didn't say he melted a cat.
I melted a
Milk a
cat.
cat.
And I was like, how the fuck did you do
it's for
that?
Let's
Meet
do
the
that
Parents.
Oh,
It's for Meet the Parents.
Oh yeah.
I got
You
you.
can milk anything with teeth.
You looking?
Milk anything
Look anything with teeth.
with teats.
Oh,
Tracy, we need a shirt that says "I can milk anything with teats."
Oh my gosh.
Oh God.
Jason Miloradovich posted a picture of a beetle eating a gecko. We got to meet Jason Miloradovich in person.
Well, I've already met him in person.
Well, I got to meet him in person.
Yeah, he came by the shop last week.
He was on our podcast. A few podcasts.
Oh, the
ago.
girls found their first snake out here
What'd they find?
Ooh.
while we were gone. The rough green. It was up in the pear tree. It was in
That's
Kona's
exciting.
enclosure. Little young one.
Speaking of while gone and going back to Jason Miloradovich, while he was down here, he had like 3 things give birth. One being his black
Does he
Russian.
want people tell it? Does he want you?
Yeah.
to
Posted on Facebook.
Okay, just kidding.
One being his black Russian Samboas.
Public
That-
information.
I
that
thought he
had-
was telling
I'm
everybody
talking,
his
God damn it!
Nobody gives a shit anymore, James.
Muting everyone, and I'm finishing my story. God damn it! So anyway, one thing he found. No, y'all are all muted. one thing he found was that his black Russian sand boas actually had albino babies. So he had albino in the sand boas.
That's just crazy.
And he also found out that the baby red tails he had could get out of the tub.
Yes.
And then he had to figure out which
Because that
mom.
was an unexpected.
Yeah, he had to figure out which mom had those babies.
Oh my god.
So that was a fun game.
Sucks.
So
No.
dun, dun, dun.
I don't really have anything new this week. I've been getting my classroom ready, and
Oh, well, this was cool.
I don't.
So Nathan posted something from the Orient Society. It was a smooth green snake that was dead, and after they die, they turn blue.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Because so when they die, because their skin is structurally blue with added yellow pigments, after death the yellow fades, leaving only blue.
Like almost instantly.
And this leads some to misidentify the snake.
Oh look,
'cause-
Lana's finally here at 8:28 p.m.
Lana!
She's had a rough couple days. You leave her alone.
I don't know what her days are like.
She's coming tomorrow to get drunk with Lori, I think. So
Oh, that'll be a rough day.
no, she's
Kevin
house looking for us this
Von
weekend.
der Leap said, I totally probably fucked up your name, and I don't care, Kevin, because it's funny.
I'm the only one from Denmark.
You're probably the only one from
Probably.
Denmark, man.
Probably so.
But that's
Probably.
really cool.
Now, are you currently wearing wooden shoes?
No, James.
What?
You are about to.
That's they have wooden
No,
shoes. They're
Kevin,
famous for windmills and
this is
wooden
for you,
shoes
Kevin.
and tulips. That's not me. Tulips, windmills, and wooden shoes. That's Denmark.
Sweet baby Jesus.
But,
Well, I can't get to the
threw her
door.
back out the other day, so
Yeah,
she's-
somebody's at the door.
oh, someone.
Oh, I see a
Oh, no,
box
that's
See someone.
there.
at the- That is creepy. There could be. I don't know who that
Peyton?
is.
I think the pizza man's here.
Oh.
Yes.
Pizza man.
But that's
Dinner
Peyton.
downstairs.
That's Peyton over there.
Ashley, how
I
do
just
you?
hear-
That's Holland, you dumb shit.
Yeah, you dumb shit.
That's the same place.
No.
That's like saying Mississippi and Alabama. That's the same place.
No, they're different. That's the same place.
Well,
Holland, Denmark.
mm,
So Denmark. That's the little Danish cookies that you get in the blue tin. That's Denmark, right?
So Lana, you got stung 13 times. That would have been 13 times that I would have died. That's how allergic to freaking wasps I am.
Tracy,
I'd have been like, well, the
Kayla
first
is
one
at
killed me.
her house.
She got stung by those, and then today she like broke out in a rash from getting hot.
Well, you know, that's kind of what she does.
I was about to say that's why she has Poseidon.
Right.
Anybody's never met
Now that
Poseidon.
we've all put your business out there, Lana,
If anybody's ever met Poseidon, Poseidon is her awesome service dog.
he is awesome.
I
just
love
like-
him.
When he's off duty, he just comes up and lays on you.
He
Yeah.
does.
Well, as soon as you take
It's
the vest off.
great. He's like a fun dog. He's so business.
Hey,
don't
guess
know.
what,
When he
James?
has-
James, he'll be at the beach this week or next weekend.
That's good. He'll also be at the house that we're staying at, so I can just see him when he comes back to the house.
Yeah, because they're staying with us. The giant Irish wolfhound this weekend too.
Lachlan.
I love
belongs
that
to
you're like,
other Scofields.
Giant Irish wolf
Well,
hound.
you couldn't touch both ends of that
The
thing at the
thing
same
was
time if you wanted to.
He's not
It'll
full grown
land you
either.
too.
He's
Do
still
what?
not full grown. He's not full grown.
That's too much. Whatever the fuck that is.
Yeah, he
It's
just
not even
came
a
and like
dog.
leaned on me, and I'm like, "Fuck!" I had to take
Yeah.
a step back and brace
Yeah.
myself.
He puts all 135 pounds right on you. He's
Yeah.
so
Oh, I want one so bad.
he's
No.
awesome. I love
I want
Lachlan.
a big
You're owning a
dog.
horse at that point.
I know.
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty
what
much
I
on the
want.
horse at that point.
Yeah,
No, thank you.
I haven't listened to any podcast this week.
See, Kevin, cake, free healthcare, free education, and H.C. Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm all for cakes. You have me at cakes,
yep.
and I'm all for free education as long as the teachers aren't doing it for free.
I
Because
like
then I'm
free health care.
because if I eat all those
that.
cakes, I'm gonna need the free
I wanna
healthcare.
eat
I can tell you that right
healthcare.
now. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking. Who said they sat on the dog sat on their table?
Mhm.
Oh, that's Max. It doesn't matter. He's getting eaten by a bear. He asked earlier if anybody wanted prints of bears. I don't know how you're going to get a print of a bear while it's eating. Like, how are you going to do that?
He's gonna set his camera up on a tripod.
Who's going to
No,
get the
his-
camera?
hey,
after?
So
Who knows?
his drone, he can just lock it above him and it can
That's true.
circle.
We
while
watch the
he's
whole
eating.
thing.
Yeah, just stream it. Yeah.
That could be like an OnlyFans page.
For a day.
Yeah.
For a
Like,
day.
oh,
For
man,
one
it's
whole day.
And it's not going to be what they're expecting.
You can charge for repeat.
Oh. All right, now.
Oh, especially you put man gets eaten by bear. That goes way
Right.
differently. Way different.
No.
Oh, God.
Moving on. Let's talk about podcasts.
Oh shit. Oh, so I'm trying to think what I watched. I didn't watch a lot this week. This week I was getting ready for school. I had to go go shopping for school clothes like a little kid for the first time in
Everybody
4 months.
but me and my family found shoes.
Well, because we didn't go to the ski factory.
Did Joe find shorts?
We ordered some off of Old Navy.
And where did they get delivered?
And they got delivered to the house in Louisiana.
A lot of good that does us
So my
in
mom
Texas.
is forwarding
Ride,
them to
motherfucker.
us. And I have changed my address with Old Navy. So now if I order something else, it'll come here.
Max says at least he's not Grizzly Man. That's right. He'll be Grizzly Boy.
So someone explain these new snakes that Kabilka just produced.
Nude snakes? What?
New.
I missed that.
I did not see. Are
Did
they
you
on
not
Facebook?
see? Yeah. My
Don't
eyes
do it
are
now, though.
my retinas are
JK,
still
alright.
fucked up.
Well, I haven't watched his YouTube stuff.
Is it the
today.
confusion blackhead leopard
I
yellow belly
think-
dreamsicles?
I think
Oh.
so.
Y'all are making up
Yeah,
words
yeah.
now. That's not a thing.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Those things are stupid.
This is what
bright.
Chris Eaton feels like.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You found it.
This is what Chris Eaton feels like when we talk about the stuff
Yeah, I
people
know,
post on our
it's-
page
it's
because I
like
don't have a
freaking
computer in front of me.
highlighter
So
orange.
I have no idea what
It's
any
not
of you're talking
more.
about.
Look, Katie.
I'll pull it up on the
Ooh, I like those.
they're
colors,
bright
though.
orange
They're
pied
super,
ball
super.
pythons.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
the
really
the
cool.
problem is they're ball pythons, but past that, they're
Up.
fucking ball pythons.
He
But they're
is
nice.
on a tear
Those things
tonight,
are nice.
y'all.
When is he not?
Well, it seems maybe it's because we weren't together all day.
You know what it
today,
is?
Because we were at separate schools.
It's this awesome sign above me. Just feeding off of that awesomeness from that sign.
He's a biology teacher.
yes.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, kids are gonna suffer. It's gonna be
Today
great.
was our first day.
Kids are gonna suffer.
Today was our first day. It was great.
Well, no kids. Oh God, it's Peyton. Hey, Peyton, we missed you this weekend, Peyton.
Yeah,
He had fun.
I did.
He did it
Now he's
all for
making.
the nookie.
He just got the pizza delivery.
Pizza.
I'm hungry.
Now everybody knows
Don't laugh at
Peyton
me.
is hungry.
No, why are you laughing at you? So
Victor says I have sand in my hoo-ha. That's not true, Victor. I haven't gone to the beach, so I will not have sand in my hoo-ha.
James doesn't go to the beach.
Because then I would have sand in my hoo-ha, and that would not be good. I'd make a
Stop
pearl.
it, Sean.
he's a vagina. Big old
Look,
wuss. Y'all
that
just
folks
leave
don't-
him. Leave
folks
him
don't
to
like
go
sand.
fish and catch fucking hardheads, and y'all come
that's
hang
what
out at
we're
the beach.
doing.
I'm okay with that.
Yes, James. Did they get to see the pink corn snake?
No, because no one can get a picture of the damn thing where it looks pink. It comes out gray in every fucking picture.
Oh, were we talking about yours?
Which one were you talking
I thought
about?
we were talking about the new snakes that we were just. I totally missed.
No,
this
those are ball
conversation
pythons.
somewhere.
Those were Kabilka's ball pythons.
Oh, just kidding. When did we talk about your corn snake?
We on several episodes. He
Oh.
listens. That he's a fan, Katie.
You have fans? What?
I had somebody message me today, and they were on like the 10th episode, and I didn't have the heart to tell them, "Don't get used to anything because it all changes."
Everything fucking changed.
That was still Carly.
I think so Carly on the
Oh,
10th
yeah.
episode. So like, I'm like, you still have two more co-hosts to go through, and
Lord.
I felt I was like, the sound gets better. I'll tell you. I love when folks are like, I just started listening, and I'm like, I hope you're not attached to how it started
That's hilarious.
because we're on episode
you-
77
And we are
now.
nowhere near the format that you started out with.
We are tonight. We are kind of.
No.
We talked about what's going on in the hobby.
No.
We did.
We talked about what goes on at HERP shows.
That's the
This
hobby.
is a HERPS podcast tonight. Let's just be real.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah. What's wrong with that, Katie? What the hell?
I mean, I feel like we have the most viewers tonight, so I 100% believe that's because of Sean.
See, Max, come down here and you can be on the
Definitely not
podcast
because of
in
James
person,
Lewis.
and you can take a picture of the
No.
corn snake for me.
23 groups.
Might be James Bergoli.
It is Bergoli.
I think it's
That's what it
Charmander.
is. It's because it's
It's
Bergoli.
Charmander. It's
'cause
Charmander.
Bergoli didn't
You
bring
and
any
I will
bread.
have to hang out.
Yeah, I'm fucking pissed about that actually still.
What?
You didn't bring any
No
fucking
bread.
I'm sorry. I didn't think about it.
You should be thinking about bread.
So what he
all
said
the
was,
time.
I didn't think
It's
about
because I'm
you.
always inbred all the time.
You're inbred.
No.
Whoa. Hey. That's a different podcast.
That's another OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Kevin is on episode 30. So, yeah, Kevin, you got a ways to go. It gets different
I don't even think when did
No.
we start?
after 30. That's for sure. I've been here the whole time. I'm the one constant in everybody's life.
Oh man.
Oh, regardless. Anyways, the point is, no one actually wants to see you. The whole reason Shawn invited you was because he assumed bread was coming.
It's okay. I'm okay
And
with
what the fuck?
Oh,
Fucking Max.
John
Sweet Home
Grant-
Alabama,
John Grant
please.
said that.
Hashtag I'm bread. Inbred.
that. In bread.
I did get pickles, Norm. Those were amazing.
him.
Inbred.
God.
I think Max's solar panels are fucking up his brain. I don't know.
I guess
Hey,
that means.
that's Kayla right there. That
Blah,
Facebook
blah,
universe.
blah, blah, blah. Okay,
Sorry.
let me start over.
Yeah, Kayla, we need bread because your husband doesn't apparently.
Kayla. Is that Kayla? Allison's Facebook user.
Kayla,
Where the
we're
fuck
talking
is my
about
bread,
how her
Kayla?
husband
That is Kayla.
was not responsible tonight and did not
Mhm.
bring Shawn bread.
More importantly, you
Mhm.
didn't ship us bread. I mean, not that I asked for it or you should think about
their
it.
house and get it.
That's true. Let's go.
Literally.
Kayla,
Yeah.
Kayla, we're on our way.
Kayla, get
Yeah.
ready.
Actually, Kayla, I was like
James
15
isn't
minutes
home.
from your
I heard
house
that was-
yesterday.
We're-
We were up there at the Howdy's, which is like right up there.
We had to come home quick because they were fixing my oven. So that was a
Oh,
little.
Still haven't fixed my fucking oven.
And our air
And our
conditioning
air
works.
works.
Robert's not over here sweating his ass off.
Ears off.
His
Ears
ears
off.
off.
It was my ears off.
That is
last week.
true. Kayla said she wasn't told to bring you bread, bitch.
I mean, it's fucking. You're coming to my. James is coming to my house. This shit should be fucking known. Like, what the fuck is that shit? I did actually ask you to send some pup bread, some for the puppers. At least you could have done that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
nice.
She had a bunch of that.
Uh-huh. She made bread for dogs. So,
Yeah, so anybody talking about what show to come to, it definitely needs to be the Conroe show so you can get some of the bread that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Isn't she going to have bread at Bryan College Station?
Brian.
Yeah.
That's true. You can come to that one too.
3 weeks?
Mhm.
3 weekends. We'll
And
have
she's got
bread.
dog bread and keto
Yep.
bread.
Well, I don't plan on eating either one of those. So.
Yeah, I'm just saying for those people.
Poor pups.
Somebody gave us.
Wait, who the fuck said carrot bread? Get the
I-
hell
That's
out
gotta
of
be
here.
Max. That has
That's
to be
Max.
Max.
That's Max.
He threw
Carrots.
fucking carrots at his
Yep.
head.
No, they didn't throw it. They almost killed him with carrots.
Yeah.
Like they didn't just toss carrots at
They
Max.
were, oh,
She
There's
Randy
probably still
Johnson.
carrots on your roof.
There probably still is.
I threw a bunch on. I threw a bunch of those carrots on James's roof. They're probably still up there. Been up there for a while.
Oh shit. Ilana, who's buying Poseidon dog bread? I think that's you, Ilana. He's your damn dog. Like an easy question to answer right there. I got nothing else this week.
Yeah,
Oh wait, we didn't do stupid people of the internet because everyone
is
loves
stupid
I
people.
think I got a couple.
everyone loves the stupid people of.
Yeah, I've been having people now like messaging me things to talk about on here.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Herpetology. So for anybody that needs that kind of fix during the week, a great Facebook group to join is Herpetology for Dummies.
So I did see this on TikTok yesterday. This guy named Georgia Boy Rick 98
I'm sorry, that is.
holding
Oh my god,
an Eastern
that's
Diamondback
real name.
by the neck, walking around.
That's safe.
Dumbass.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking stupid.
I saw someone post a picture of a cobra in their house, and then
Okay.
they came back and go, "Oh no, it's photoshopped. I was just playing around." But they got
Yeah.
a big uproar from it.
That was actually in my hometown.
Yeah.
I'm from Liberty.
Yeah, that lady
Fucking
is
yeah.
like 80 years old, and her brother sent her that
Yeah.
picture. and
Yeah,
she
yeah,
posted
it wasn't her
on
fault.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, there's the picture right there.
I like this one.
Where I
Yeah.
did a reverse image search and found the original.
This was the Herpetology for Dummies. It was someone posted another group. It was a picture of 2 green tree frogs, and someone said, "What's that on their skin? The green stuff." It's the fucking frog.
All right.
Oh my god.
But the problem is when you read stupid stuff
frog.
like this, part of you wants to go, "That can't be real." But then we've all met people, like actual people, and we're like, "No, that's real. People are stupid."
I had something that I
Who is-
never would
who
have
is that?
thought happened this
Is
weekend.
that
Hey,
the
who is that?
vet from New Orleans?
Who is the chat? Who is in the chat asking? Can you talk to Leslie about doing a show? Because she does.
That's
She
Gina.
comes to our New Orleans and our
Oh yeah.
That's
Adele
Gina.
show. Oh, talking about you. Do
Having
y'all
us.
interviewing her?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Gina's asking.
I think she's talking about us having her on.
Gotcha.
The Denver Venom Conference is a week before the Pueblo show, and it's always amazing.
You get to see what stupidity gets published in medical journals. I just follow Dr. Green, listen to his stuff because he's always talking about the other
that's what.
topics.
Actually, I really need somebody that can go work that show for me. I'm a sponsor of the Venom Conference, but it's the same weekend as a show. And
What weekend is it? Are you willing to support Air and Hair?
I think it's the
Air
same
and
weekend.
Hotel?
I think it's the Lafayette. It's in Houston. I think it's the Lafayette show. He just couldn't find another weekend that it was, open. But I really wanted to get a table set up with some information and stuff. And at least have
I'm really asking James how to
I'm
make
so
a martini.
sorry, James. I need you. Your martini recipe has been requested.
Wait, is that Kayla asking?
Yes.
I don't ever
hold on,
measure it. I
Kayla.
just kind of go with
He
it.
just like pours
James
it.
Bergoli's wife is using
Yeah.
our chat to try and remember how she's supposed to make a martini.
She does not make martinis. Her amazing husband is like
I think by
fucking
husband,
shaking around
by husband
like
you mean bitch.
tomorrow.
Her bitch makes martinis.
So what is it? Is it 2 vodka and 1 vermouth, James?
I need
I-
to know.
I don't measure it. I'm like, yeah, that's
He
good.
just
Yeah, that's
goes.
good. Okay,
Oh.
maybe a little bit more.
Kayla, you just go with 2 and 2.
I was
Just
just
you know
gonna
what,
say,
Kayla?
do
Just
2
drink
and
the
2.
vodka and then drink the vermouth.
Chase it with vermouth.
Who the fuck uses vermouth anyway? That shit's nasty.
Not you.
I love how Bergoli trying to defend that. I do.
I do.
Oh.
She said this is some
This is
bullshit.
some bullshit.
Fucking pour it in a glass and shake it up, Kayla. It doesn't matter. Fucking
We're
drink it.
hanging
It's all
from
Throw the
nasty.
olives in the
Talking
vodka
about
jar and
martinis.
drink the vodka.
I mean, really, when you make one, when I used to be a bartender, you don't actually pour vermouth inside there, but she likes
You
it.
Spray it.
Yeah, we
right?
usually spray it in the glass, and then you put
Yeah.
the
I don't
the
even know
vodka
what
in there.
vermouth
Don't pour a
is, that
whole
right
thing of
there.
fucking vermouth in a martini.
But hers is a ton of vodka, a ton of vermouth, and a ton of olive juice. So,
And a little bit more vodka.
and a little bit more vodka.
So she likes them dirty.
So she wants it in like a 32-ounce tumbler.
Yeah, fucking
Not a
martini
cup.
Fucking like bottle of fucking martinis. We make a picture of martinis. Let's fucking do it.
Says
Next
3
year-
ounces and dumps the whole bottle in.
Hey, somebody left a whole shit ton of alcohol at my house the last Brian show, so you are welcome to it. It's all up in the fucking cabinet. So
Has Lori not seen it?
It's not
it's
wine.
liquor.
It's not
She doesn't
wine.
drink
Oh.
liquor.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Lori
Yeah.
just needs a straw in her with her wine bottle.
Yeah, she has
Or
the
Camelback.
straw. She has a straw. She got a straw. Camelback. Here for Reds, yeah.
Can we get her one of those helmets and put 2 wine glasses up there and the straw that comes
They do
down?
actually make those, yeah. They make those.
Yeah.
I need her to have that at the door at Conroe. That'd make the show way more interesting.
Yo,
That's got to be Max City at the White Claw.
Yeah, that's gotta be Max.
It would be like the casino. She'd be like, I just let everybody in free. Fuck it.
She's got the rest of us up at the table for Conroe. We can run the show.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
can
yeah,
handle
there
it.
you
Yeah.
As long as nobody comes up with anything too crazy and dramatic, we can
like
handle it.
the crazy lady that tried to get me fired from HERPS.
Did she really?
What?
Fucking dog.
Oh my god.
Oh, the lady that brought in
Insane.
some fucking crazy dog and said it was a service dog and was going to get me fired from HERPS and all kinds of shit. Yeah, she flipped out.
You fired from her.
Yeah, that's what she
So, are you going to fire yourself, Shawn? Have you decided?
No,
that
I pointed to Lori. I said, that's the only person in this whole building can fucking fire me right there. And I doubt that's going to fucking happen. So, yeah.
said. She was psychotic.
Her dog, like, tried to attack Elise. Like, it jumped and
Yeah.
growled at Elise, but it's a service dog. Fucking get out of here with that shit.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
They were a little bit crazy.
Some people's kids.
we just can't have nice things.
No.
Except for this sign up here, which is amazing.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
telling you, if you're not watching this live, you got to go back and watch it. We'll post a picture of it on Facebook.
Well, Ashley already did.
Did she?
She put pictures on the discussion page.
Well, I don't update that as we talk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm busy holding the show together, you know.
Oh my god.
Anyways, quick reminder, our giveaway this month. Again, second time I'm reminding you, if you haven't gone on Facebook or Instagram while listening to this and posted a picture of you with your favorite reptile and hashtag the Reptile Gumbo podcast, go do that so you can win 12-inch hemostats, 12-inch feeding tongs, large cage hook, and a field hook from Best Exotics, all sponsored by the Grant family at Grant Family Exotics. I just felt like I needed to pop that back in there
Those
because
are really great. You did a really
What was
great,
that?
sorry.
That's really great.
you did a
The
really great
fuck?
job with that.
What
Like
thanks for the
a nice little. I'm hungry. Damn it! Let's wrap this shit up.
Real quick
No.
before everybody goes, everyone go fucking support US Art.
I was gonna say everyone go fuck themselves. I'm like that too. Go.
That too.
Go fuck yourself. Snake.
US Art. If you're not a member, seriously, if you're not a member of US Art, you're sitting there going, "That's just too much." It's really not. Like, don't go to McDonald's a couple times in the month. You'll be fine.
It's $40.
$40 for a year.
If you're
and
in
a
the reptile
T-shirt.
hobby, you should have 40 expendable dollars at some point.
I mean, that's one night out of eating. So
mean-
just eat peanut butter and jelly.
One
at
night
home.
out, that's
Yeah.
one fucking drink. What the hell?
Yeah, that's another reason I don't drink.
But you get the thing that amazes me is it's $40 for the entire year, and you're getting a T-shirt
Eventually.
eventually when they get them in stock, or
Yeah,
you have
so-
them mailed to the correct house.
That was into some.
Yeah.
I'll probably text my mom and see if it's like at the house.
It could be at the
It's
house.
getting close.
8 trips to Taco Bell.
H.
That's a good way to do
But
it.
that's like 15 trips to the bathroom. So
Yeah, right? At least.
That's like the Aborigines judge things off of song lines. Like, how many songs is it from here to there?
Yeah,
And Max does it off Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
So, anyways, yes, U.S. Art, or you could also give money to the HERPS Family Foundation.
Yes.
You could.
Yep.
Which, Katie, we
I
need to have
know,
a
I was just thinking we got to get.
we need to have a
together on that.
meeting one day this week. Yep.
Yeah.
I know of some people in need.
Okay.
I got tagged by
What?
Focus by not by a snake,
Yeah.
by Focus Cubed Habitats with their picture.
Like
I
an
need to
hour
post a picture because it's got the sponsors on it.
Yep.
Well,
I'll
some-
get Rachel to cut a black one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And
we'll
I think I'll change the Wiregrass Exotics to be black.
get one from Shawn.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
figure out what
if you check your email again, see if it's there.
maybe it's in the junk folder. It's
I
from-
have
I'll
one
resend
of
it.
these. I have one of
I
these
was like, why
stickers.
don't we just put that?
Yeah, one of those.
sticker
We'll put that
on
up
it?
there.
Yeah, I have one in my backpack.
So help
No,
me
it's
God.
it's in my showbox.
So we'll
That's
put that
what I
sticker on there.
suggested we do from the beginning. No, we
Yeah.
need to use
Because the only stickers we have are
need
the
to buy
small
metal.
ones.
You can't see them anyway, dumbass. Look.
No, look.
Y'all can all suck a big hairy chode.
So we love you.
Sassafras.
Love you.
Oh, what's a Tenacious D reference at like 5?
No.
I've got to go eat
Yeah.
some pizza. Hey, I got to go eat some pizza.
I want some pizza.
Okay.
Do you have any bread to go with it?
Yeah. Oh, we got it from. Oh man, they make this like. Yeah,
He
you don't even
didn't like.
understand.
He didn't mean your
Do you have
bread,
any
Bergoli.
sweet? Yeah, I did.
Oh,
I'm making
Sorry.
fun of James.
oh, because he totally flipped you off.
Well, because he
Yeah.
knows I was making fun of him.
Yeah, I knew what he was saying. I knew where he was going with that.
I did.
I probably have some in my freezer actually. Yeah.
So
Sean, if people want to get a hold of you, how can they do that?
Don't call Lori. No, I'm kidding.
Moving
you
on.
can you can message us directly on Facebook or go to our Herp Show. Oh my God, Facebook /Herp Show, Instagram @Herp Show, Twitter @Herp Show. Call me, text me, whatever. Message
Website.
me. Yeah,
this website, Herp Shows,
herpshow.net.
That's
Herp
your
Show
sponsor that you're
dot net.
responsible for.
Herpshow.net. One S.
Show.
Herpshow.net.
no S on the end.
And we are currently in the talks of. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Bergoli, if people want to get a hold of you, even though you like hardly talked at all tonight.
Yeah, it's just what I do. It's Aloha
That
Gecko.
is not what you fucking do.
No,
That
he's
is
full of
not
shit.
at all what you
I
fucking
love
do.
that. You're one of my favorite people. I just need you to know that.
That's the smallest.
Yes, we got RX Pizza. Somebody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. RX Pizza.
Who said RX Pizza?
I'm not sure, but
It
that's
might
what we
be
got.
Gina.
It's Gina.
Oh, it's Gina. Yeah, yeah. It's
I figured it was Max because he
yeah, y'all
stayed on
check
the
out.
couch for a month.
Because
Y'all check out James at Aloha Geckos for
Yeah,
real.
Aloha
Yeah,
Gecko.
definitely. He makes some amazing stuff.
his itty
Facebook
bitty
and Instagram.
geckos. Robert,
Don't fucking do it, please. He's gonna do the stupid .com thing.
If people wanna-
LSReptileracks.com. Or Lone Star Reptile Racks on Facebook and Instagram. I really need to get better about posting stuff on there. But,
I need to find just that sound and put
Yeah.
it in the.
Oh, we can. Max could probably get it, pull it up, and edit it down to a little soundbite for you.
All right, James.
I'm actually gonna have Max make me a commercial to run on YouTube.
Y'all are putting a lot of trust in Max. I've met this person,
Max does great work.
and
We're about to shoot a pilot.
Yeah, don't tell him I said anything. said that, but Max does great work.
It doesn't matter. He's about to get eaten by a bear. How does
Right.
no one know this is happening?
Did you know if he
Lewis.
really gets eaten by a bear,
Lewis.
everybody's gonna fucking look at you like, what?
And I'm gonna laugh my ass off. I'll miss
Did you
Max.
hire that bear, James? Like what the fuck?
I will miss Max, but the fact that it actually happened will make me piss myself.
Yeah.
James Lewis, if people want to get a hold of you.
It is simply underscore serpents on Instagram, simply serpents on Facebook, or the Reptile Gumbo podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and
That's it.
at gmail.com.
Hey, back to the getting eaten by a bear. So my brother-in-law and I,
Got eaten by a bear.
no, we have an agreement that if he dies before me, I have to make sure it says in his obituary that he wasn't fucked to death by a deer.
He was what? What did you say? Corey, over here talking to me.
Because
That he was
Not fucked to death.
death by a
Oh,
deer.
okay.
Because we were watching
I mean-
some videos one day of this guy that put like doe scent on his boots and a buck like pinned him down and was giving him the business. And, he said, that will never happen to me because I'll never put that on my boots. And I'm like, well, what if it does? He goes, it won't. And if I die before you, you make sure that's in my obituary. So we have a deal that if he dies before me, I have to put
If you
that
go hunting with him or something, just take a super soaker full of that shit and spray him down.
That stuff is strong.
But you gotta wait to get way away from the truck.
fucking
No
shit's
option to go
sick.
back.
Oh, it's
Right.
horrible. God, it shit's horrible.
And just spray
Ugh.
him down so he can, as a deer, do the business.
And if
Yeah.
you are still listening, and for the 13 people that are still watching, thank you for hanging with us tonight.
Yeah.
I feel like we were very spastic.
Mm.
What's your plan?
More
Also,
than
look at this
normal.
amazing sign.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh.
We're good. It was empty.
Did you don't spill shit on
I
the
didn't.
equipment. Damn. But again, our monthly giveaway, go post a picture of yourself with your favorite reptile, hashtag the Reptile Gumbo podcast.com. Everyone listening, I better see a picture of you posted on one of those with that hashtag.
It could just be hashtag the Reptile Gumbo podcast.
Not
No,
.com,
the
not
.com.
.com. That's not. I got .com stuck in my head. It's at the Reptile Gumbo podcast. Hashtag the Reptile Gumbo podcast. Jesus Christ.
Please.
We're gone. Thank you guys for coming
Bye,
on.
y'all.
It was awesome.
Night.
Thanks everybody for watching. Bye-bye.
Yeah,
Later.
don't run off the edge. Hold on.
It's a good sound effect.
Hang on. Wait for it to end.
Wait for it. Wait for
What are
it.
y'all doing?
It's still